Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long time coming, but it is finally here. The 1000 subscriber special, 100 packs from 100 different trading card games. Let's just get right into it. If you want to jump to a certain pack from a certain game, I'll put timestamps for everything in the description so you can just jump in there. Alright, pack number 1. 1 of 100, we have Dot Hack Enemy from Decipher Games. This was a fairly short-lived game, it only lasted about 2 years, and this was the very first set. It's called Contagion. So you can see here on the back end of the universe of the Dot Hack Enemy trading card game. I'm not going to read the back of every pack. So, the big hit from this game are extra rares. So obviously there's a chance we get one of those, but more than likely just a regular rare. Alright, so what do the back of the cards look like? Alright, so back of the cards look quite nice. I'm going to take a quick look at backs and stuff too, since I haven't seen most of these games before. So we have a Cannibal. Oh, so we have the U down here for uncommon. Every game's going to be different. I'm not doing card tricks or anything because I don't know. Flameheads. Sled Dog. Game Over. So this is our rare card for the pack. Fiend Menhir. General Armor. Sparkblades, Bee Army, a Repth Action card, a Battle Axe, and a Headhunter. So that's what we got from our Dot Hack pack. Second pack, we have the 24 trading card game from Press Pass. This was released in 2007, and this is called First Edition, which is a very, very confusing name. Because First Edition doesn't actually mean this is a First Edition set or first print run or anything. That is just the name of the set. And it was actually the last thing released for this game. The first one was called Day Zero Tactical Packs, and then there was some other stuff. But this is also the only set that actually came in boosters. The rest just came in randomized decks. So as you can see here, we may get a chase card or an elite card. So hey, hopefully we can get one of those. You see, you need basic training or Day Zero tactical packs to get the rules and everything like that. That was the initial release. So it's a slightly warped pack. Maybe that means good things. So you can see here it says on the bottom, 1 ED, 181 out of 243, and a U, so I'm guessing that is the rarity marker again. Frontal Assault, Dale Spaulding, Separatist Army, Milo Pressman. Oh, this is our rare. So this is the rare that we have in the pack, is Milo Pressman. Airlift, Internal Bleeding, Jack Bauer back in play, Shredding Program, Spencer Wolf, Switch, a Chaos for Pay, and Reed Pollock. So no super rare anything there. It did look like maybe we were going to get some sort of foil with the warp on that pack. Pack number 3 is 7th Sea. This is from the set No Quarter, which is the original base set of the game. Let's see what it says on the back here. And a fantastic land of something where pirates and courtiers sail the seas in search of plunder and explorers seek out the mysterious 7th Sea. This is from 1999, and I don't believe there's any sort of, special rarity or anything in this game. It's just the rare is the rare, and there's nothing better to look out for. Nice card backs. Anyway. I have no idea if there even is a way to tell what is the rare card. No, as far as I can see, we have no idea if these are common, uncommon, rares, or what. So we have Fine Galley, Shellbacks, Gold Only Buys Obedience, Storms Make Sailors, Bully Boys, Calm Before the Storm, Calm Before the Storm Again? Is that the same card? Yeah, that is exactly the same card. It doesn't even look like it has any slight differences or anything on it. That is... Alright, well, we got 2 of that. I'm hoping that means that's a common. Raise the Village, Lion John Fox,
12-pound cannon volley. Isabeau Dubois du Arent, probably butchered that name. Srenith Crystal Eye, that actually looks really pretty. I like how that looks. Take No Prisoners. Oops. Sydney. And Hole in the Hull. So one of those was a rare card, but I have no idea which one. So our next game is Aliens Predator. This is from the Alien Resurrection set. This was actually the only expansion set that was released after the base game. I believe there was an issue with a certain actor from the Predator series, or from the first Predator film, who had issues with his face being used in the game, which didn't allow them to really go in the direction that they wanted to. Once again, there's no rarity above rare, and once again, I have absolutely no idea which card is going to be the rare. But we have Ambushed Predator, a Coolant Leak, Out of Breath, Portable Data Drive, Face Burster, Hillard, Prohibited Import Scanner, The Water's Fine, and Flooded Corridor. That's actually quite a small booster pack compared to a lot of them. Now we have the Babylon 5 CCG and the Severed Dreams expansion. This is again just an 8-card booster pack. This game had a few different sets. One of the cool things about this game is they're actually autograph insert cards. So that's the rarest thing we're looking for, is an autographed insert card. You know what they do with sports cards and stuff? Well, they had some of the actors do autographs for these, but I think they were still game-playable cards, which is kind of interesting. So, we have got a Mr. Allen, Naysayer. Once again, no idea which one is going to be the rare, because I don't see any rarity symbols or anything like that on it. Nightwatch Collaborators, Rapid Aging, Deep Agent, Question Authority, Major Krantz, and Now He's Ready. So while there are no rarity symbols or numbering on it, it does at least have the name of the expansion on the bottom border of the card. So at least if you're sorting these cards, you can narrow it down to which expansion they're from. For this video going forward, it might be easier just to point out when we can tell what rarity cards are rather than when we can't. So pack number 6 is a weird one. This is Bakugan Battle Brawlers English Edition. Now, I know there are Bakugan TCG stuff about, and I've seen Bakugan products, but I was unable to find anything about this. I bought this in some store. I don't even remember which store it was. I remember I bought it in a store, but there's a chance I bought a fake pack, because nothing I've seen online matches anything close to what this is. So I don't know when this was released. I don't even know what cards we're looking for. But let's... You know what? Let's have a look at it and let's see what it is. Bakugan Battle Brawlers. Okay, I mean that... it looks like bootleg foil, doesn't it? G Power Boost, Muddy Ground. Oh yeah, I'm like 90% sure this is just a dodgy pack. Akos Prayers, Manion, Ventus Skyrus, Subterra Gorum, Accessories, and Gorum. Alright, well, I'm pretty sure the other 99 packs in this video are real. Not too sure about that one. Moving swiftly on, we're next going to look at Bella Sara. So this was a card game created trying to appeal to a younger female market, which isn't hugely represented in TCG audiences or where TCGs are based. This game was actually created by Jesper Meifers, who is a big name in Magic. He's done a lot of designing there and some artwork and stuff, I believe. The game actually came out in Denmark first with its own sets, and then was eventually given new sets for release around the world. So, from what I know, we're not going to see too much looking gameplay-wise on the cards, because you had to go online and look at a lot of rules and stuff. So this pack's going to have 5 random horse, story, and character cards, 1 random sticker, and a secret code for playing on the website. Oh no, you got my code. So there's my code. This, you can enter the, you can get 350 silver. You can go to bellasara.com. I don't know if that website still exists. We also got a Mereldis. So as you can see, they have numbering. I don't know if there's rarities on them. We'll see. They have a little symbol next to them. That could be the rarity. But you can go to bellasera.com. It'll tell you how to play. This is much more of just a collectible game. Or collectible cards, I should say. There isn't too much of a game to this, but I did double check online and make sure that they did actually have rules before I opened this and made it part of the video. Nimblewit. There's an upside down one. Beetlejape. Fiona. And this, I'm guessing, is one of those story cards, possibly? Moonstone. And then there's a sticker of a horse. Alright, so that was... Well, at least it's real. It's better than the Bakugan pack. Alright, so you will have noticed I've been sort of doing these in alphabetical order. Well, we're jumping slightly out of alphabetical order here. Because we hit the fake Bakugan pack, I am going to substitute in a Dicemasters pack. So there's only 2 cards, and there are 2 dice that match up to the cards. So I guess a lot of people don't really consider it a trading card game, but I am not having this video be 99 games and a fake pack. So at least for this video, Dicemasters is an honorary TCG, at least in my eyes. So we have Ironheart, Riri Williams, and we have got Cosmo the Space Dog. That was obviously the Guardians of the Galaxy set. I didn't even mention that. I just wanted to get this in here. Alright, so we're going to be back up to 100 proper packs. 100 real packs and 1 fake pack. It's now 101 packs. Okay, back on track with a pack that I know is real because I've already opened a box of it on this channel. This is the Beyblade TCG Collision, which was the only set released for this game. It was released back in 2003 by Decipher. Again, I do quite like Decipher games. And you get some cards, and you also get a sticker sheet to decorate your cards, which I am definitely never ever doing. Now, you can get some nice foils in here, so that's what we will be hoping for as our nice little chase card. Oh, so there's our sticker sheet. I have no idea which of the sticker sheets I actually need. I do have them sleeved up in the binder with my cards, though. So we have got Sprained Ankle. Power of the Tiger. I believe these indicate whether it is common, uncommon, or rare. I think this is uncommon. No way. And then this will be our rare, because it has a 5-pointed star. Chameleon. And then there's our commons, going over the data. Controlled Defense. Controlled Defense again. Daryl. Reflect on your loss. Total Destruction. And Gathering Information. If you want to see more of this TCG, like I said, there is another video of it on the channel back when I was trying to do the A to Z of TCGs, which eventually warped into a different series, but it's there. So this one I'm pretty excited about. I've seen this one around a lot and have been tempted to pick it up a couple of times, but just didn't want to jump into another TCG just yet. This is Bionicle, Quest for the Masks, based obviously on the Lego Technic Bionicle brand. This is first edition pack of the base set. It was quite fun here. As you can see the rarities. Each pack's going to have 5 uncommon, 3 rare, and 1 ultra rare. So 5 commons, 3 uncommons, and a rare. They're just making them sound a bit better. So there was this set, and I believe 1 further set, which had booster packs, and then all sets after that were released as theme decks only. So I was pretty limited on the booster packs I could get. So it said first edition on the pack. I'm not sure if the cards are actually marked as first edition or not. So what is this? This is just an instruction card, okay. Then we have Kanoe Miru. That's cool. Oh. I'm not even going to try and pronounce all the names of these masks. They do look cool, though. I again also have no idea which ones are going to be the rares, ultra rares, whatever. It's got a lot of masks here. Now, a Toa of Water. Okay, this card says first edition on it. The others don't. That's strange. I'm not sure why only this card says first edition. But this is a penalty. This is an art card with a game tip on it, and this one says first edition. This one also says first edition. This is a mission card. Oh, and I'm guessing this must be the ultra rare. which does say first edition. This is actually quite a nice looking card. I really like that. That's a really nice foil card. So, maybe it's the ultra rare and then the rares, which say first edition. Would the tip card be a... I guess the tip card is a rare, and then these are the commons, which don't say first edition. That's a weird one. I'll look that up, but if anyone knows, drop me a comment. But I do really like this. I really like how that card looks. I'm happy with that. We now have Bleach. This is the Soul Society booster pack, which I believe was the second set for this game, right after the initial base set. This one, again, the pack says first edition, so I don't know if the cards are going to be marked in any way. This pack contains a random assortment of 2007 Bleach TCG Soul Society Edition cards. So there are 30 rares in which you get one in each pack. There are 2 ultra rares, which come one in every 24 packs. And there is a foil card in one in every 3rd pack on average. That is impossible to read on camera. Printing black on metallic blue is not very helpful. So, well, let's see what the cards look like. If there's a way to tell what rarity they are, etc. What is this? Bust hollows for powerful cards. Collect the special redemption symbol located on the pack you just opened. Well, that must be that. And exchange it for exclusive cards. And there's part of an image. Must be some sort of puzzle. Okay, we will figure that out, I guess. Oh, so we have a U here, so this must be the uncommon starting first with Ganju. Jidanbo, I have not seen this anime or read the manga. Sewers. Flower Crane Cannon. Ooh, that's nice. So this seems to be numbered SSB5, so I'm guessing this is a subset of foils. That's quite an interesting one. I do think that one looks pretty cool. And then we have Damaged Training Facility. Okay, so we're now onto the commons, so that must be the rare of whatever sort it is. Hantaro. Chad. West Rukon District, and Ganju. So, I have no idea if this is an ultra rare, if it's just a regular foil or what, but it looks very, very nice. It's hard to show the card text on camera, because we have all of that cross-hatched foiling, but I like it. Jumping back to April of 2002 now, and we have the Angel's Curse expansion to the Buffy the Vampire Slayer card game. So this was the second set, and it covers the second season of the show, which did heavily focus on Angel. I'm guessing they plan to have a full, at least 7-set game run to cover 1 set for each season, but it did crap out after 3. So we had this one, and then 1 more, and this I think is the unlimited version. Each set had a first edition print run and an unlimited run too. Best thing we can hope for in this is an ultra rare, especially an ultra rare foil. So I believe the full set comes in non-foil and then has a parallel foil set, the way a lot of other card games do. Alright, I have no idea which way I should be opening these. Oh, this one is square cut. What is this? Alright, I think this is just kind of some sort of advertising thing and keeping you updated on how it works. That's kind of cool, though. We'll still keep a hold of that. And then we have an American Werewolf in Sunnydale. Der Kinderstod. Something Weird. Again, I don't know the rarities on these. Ethan Rain. The Plan. Cut from the Same Cloth. Spike, that's a cool one. Blind Panic. Here's How You Eat It. Ritual of Restoration. And Chokehold. Oh, and one more, sorry, and Spike's Car. Nice, okay. That was my first Buffy pack ever opened. Even though I have done videos on Buffy cards in the past. Cardfight Vanguard, I'm sure you've heard of it. It's still a popular game, it's still out at the moment. I believe this set only came from last year. Let's get into it. I've never actually really had much experience with Cardfight Vanguard other than just hearing about it, so it'll be interesting to actually take a look at the cards. So we have a Flame Dragon Bombardment. There's a C down the bottom, I'm assuming that means it's a common. Dragritta Nethil. Harming Bite Mutant. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the names, it's a Harming Bite Mutant. Spinvac Robo. A Sorceress of some kind. Oh, yep, and we have a rare foil here. This is a Dragon Knight. That actually looks quite nice. I'm sure Laura is going to appreciate that one. Oh, and then... what is this? It says RRR, so I'm assuming this is some sort of special rare. Well, it looks really nice too. I think they have a lot of different levels of rarity in this game. That's sweet. That's a nice one. Alright, a funny one now. This is Club Penguin Card Jitsu Water Second Wave. So, Card Jitsu, I believe, was a game that you actually played in the Club Penguin, online game, and then they start printing real-life cards of it. So we're going to get 7 game cards, a power card, and a code card. There are 10 rare cards. Rare game cards, sorry. 1 will replace a regular rare card in 1 in 3. 5 rare power cards, 1 in 10, and 1 golden code card, which is 1 in every 18 packs. But other than that, 7 game cards in each pack. So there's 110 game cards and 25 power cards to collect. Alright. I never played Club Penguin. My knowledge of Club Penguin is entirely limited to watching George Memeulus play Club Penguin and annoy people. Alright, we have Water Ninja Poster Sketch. Holiday Decorations. Climbing the Mountain. I don't know if these cards have rarity or not. I mean, they must if there's like special rares replacing them, I guess. Water Dance. I just don't know what they are. Fire Wave. Book Room Adventures. Sporty Pink Puffin. Oh, there we go. Ah, that must be the rare then. Keeps going upside down. We have a Puffle Partying. This is a power card. Foil power card. And that's the code to add cards to your online collection at Club Penguin, which I'm almost certain no longer exists. Now we come to Crusaders of Lornia, Remnants of Worlds Past. So this is the only set released for this game. When I first saw this booster pack in the store, I assumed this was a really old game. It kind of gives off that vibe that it's been around for a while, but actually, this was a Kickstarter back in 2016. It was released alongside a comic book series, and I think the plan was to have, a long-running comic book series and a long-running trading card game going alongside it, but it does not look like it lasted very long. So, entire set includes 50 commons, 14 rares, 9 extra rares, 6 luster rares, and a relic card. I assume we get 1 rare in most packs, and sometimes it's replaced with extra rare, luster, or relic, and I'm just going to hope there is a way to tell when we see it. Oh, there is some more information hidden under here. Nope, that's just about the company. Alright, let's see what this game looks like. So we have Ricky's Scooter. So it looks like we have a number, but I don't know what that is going to relate to in terms of rarity. Cease and Desist. Emerg, Slumlord of Emor. Unstable Neutralizer. Switcheroo. Skilled Swordsman. Revert. Tibician Force Field. I'm not going to read that one. Power Cell. So we have a foil here. But I don't know if that's a foil rare or foil more than rare. And obviously the cards say 2014, but the Kickstarter was ran in 2016, so it might have been just trying to expand on things. Another look at a game we've already seen on this channel way back in 1996. This was released. This is Dark Age Feudal Lords, a game I actually really, really liked the look of. But unfortunately it came out when CCGs were becoming saturated. There was, too many of them coming out at once. Right after Magic, everyone was jumping on the bandwagon, and they just didn't all catch on. Which is sad, because like I said, I did like this one. Anyway, what we're looking for is we're looking for the Chase Artifact rares, but I think they're about 1 per box, so we'd be lucky. We have Search for Crew, Goodman, Fortune Smiles, a Targeter, Purity, Get Shorty, Bloodless Leader. I really liked how these cards looked. City Leader, Holy Text, and Sucks to Be You. So no foil chase artifact there, but I do like this game. From something that came back out in 1996 to something that only came out last year. This is the Great Legend expansion to the Digimon card game. Obviously, the Digimon card game is doing so well right now. It's really building a player base at the moment. I've kind of resisted getting into it, even though it looks cool, but we had to get a pack for this. So the set has 26 rares, 12 super rares, 3 secrets, and 15 alternate art cards aside from the above 115 cards. So obviously secret rares and alternate arts are the thing that we're looking for. I don't know how I would know if it was an alternate art though. I don't know if they're marked or numbered differently. Well, that was awkward to open. We have Flamemon, Falcomon, Gaugamon, Devimon, Kudamon, Fugamon, Grappleomon, Bancho Golemon. I don't know how to pronounce these. Agunimon, Lotusmon, Bancholeomon. This one has a golden level 6 in the corner, so thinking maybe this is something a bit special. Probably the rare. Oh, this one also has gold around it, and it's got a gold security effect there, so... And that's Kari Kamiya. So I don't know which of these is the rare, whether there's a couple of rares or something in the pack. And then this is a card list. Oh, so this... Oh, it's part of a card list. But luckily it does include both of those golden cards that we got, so we can actually tell that those are in fact both rares from the set, so we pulled 2 rares. Doom Trooper Inquisition, after Digimon we're going all the way back in time again, this time to 1995. So this was the first expansion after the base game, I believe. And what is weird is they abandoned the rarity rare for any expansions, but they had different levels of uncommons. So some uncommons were rarer than others. So you have, U1, U2, and U3, I think that's how they count it, with U1 being the rarest. So I don't know if the cards themselves actually say U1, U2, U3, but that's what we need to know, is that... Okay, well the cards just clearly don't say anything. Alright, well, who knows what good ones we've got, but we got an Inquisitor Battle Dress, Summon Defense, Tight Formation, Preferred Spell, Zenithian Slaughtermaster, that one feels rare, Elemental Alteration, Snipers, and Dark Huntsman. When I say feels rare, it just looks like it should be the rare. I have no actual info on that. Doomtown, Episode 8. So Doomtown was originally released in episode formats, with the first set covering episode 1 and 2, and then some smaller sets going all the way up to episode 9, as they kind of, I believe, told some sort of story throughout the cards. I haven't done that much research into it, or into any of the rest of this, to be honest. I'm trying to view these and decide on how I like them straight out the pack. But this is one of the smaller sets. I think there's only something like 50-odd cards in the set. Probably 52, considering there's a 9 of hearts in the top corner. Got a pair of 6 shooters. That'll Leave a Scar. Tombstone Frank. Swapped Decks. Consecrate Armament. Gamora Gazette. I'm not sure if this is the rare because it's an ace or not. William Olsen. Avarice. Test of Faith. Not Mine, Willow the Wisp, Lay on Hands, Turtle Shell, The Carpenter's Shop, and Chester Nero. So I don't know too much about that game, like I said. It's kind of strange that they have the card numbers and symbols, but I'm sure there is something in the rules about what you use that for. Dragon Booster, a 2005 release from Score Entertainment, came out alongside a lot of Dragon Booster stuff. I think there was a kid's cartoon, there were loads of toys, there was tons of merch and stuff for it. But unfortunately the TCG never seemed to get off the ground. So it looks like in each pack we're going to get a rare, a Crystal Draconium rare, and then there are foil parallels in one in every 24 packs, with 270 cards total in the base set. It says base set optimistically. I think it was the only set. But it's dragon based, so this might be something that Laura is going to make me look into later. So we have Caught in the Act, and this looks like the first edition symbol that was on the pack. So maybe there were two print runs of this. Maybe it had a full first edition print run and an unlimited print run. That I'm not too sure on. Flamefall. Brave Your Fears. I'm Going With You. Oh, so this must be the Crystal Draconium rare. So they're see-through cards, so they, I guess, go over the top of cards and change their effect. That's kind of cool. So it's Purple Trapping Gear, level 6. Interesting. Up, Up, and Away. Pack Race. Busted. Pinned. And Covert Race Tactics. Like I said, with that being very dragon heavy, I think Laura might be trying to convince me to get more of that. So you might see more of that again on this channel. Pack number 20 is probably something you all recognize. DragonBall Super. It's doing the rounds at the moment. It's another very popular one currently. Special rares, secret rares. That's the kind of thing we're looking for. Hopefully, being a more modern card game, it is actually going to tell us the rarities of the cards explicitly, unlike these older games. I should mention this is the Vermilion Bloodline expansion. So we have Babidi and Prince of Destruction Vegeta, Mightiest Majin, and this has UC on the bottom, so I'm going to say that's uncommon. We have Demon God Dobra, Dark Dominion. Sun Gohan, this is a common, so we're starting with commons now. A Majin Buu looking for a fight. Darkness Blast Stinger. Vampture, Demonic Transformation. Lemo, Trusted Friend. Dr. Mew, Creator of the Machine Mutants. Golemite, Beast of the Plant Vampire. Baby Artificial Life Form. A Foil Vegeta, which is still a common, so I'm guessing this is like the reverse hollow kind of thing, so maybe everything in the set has a foil version. And our rare is Broly, Power of the Great Ape. I'd probably have appreciated that a lot more if I ever watched Dragon Ball, but I don't. I'm sure a lot of you here do. It's a very popular show. First set of Duel Masters, a nice little trading card game from Wizards of the Coast. Came out in 2004, and stayed around for a couple of sets. It wasn't hugely long-lived. You can see here we have very rares, and super rares. I believe the super rares actually have their own numbering system within the set, so that's the kind of thing we're hoping for. And I believe each pack contains a puzzle card. I think that might be what we see at the back, where 9 of the cards make up one big picture. Yep, so we have this puzzle card here, which has an advertisement on the back. So if you get all 9 of them, you make up a puzzle. There might actually be more than 9, and it makes up 2 puzzles, but they sit in a binder page. Anyway, we have Fearfang, Immortal Baron Vorg, Hunterfish, commons coming in first, Ryusol the Oracle, Wandering Brain Eater, Golden Wing Striker, Moonlight Flash, I believe we're on to the uncommons now, Coiling Vines, Swamp Worm, And then our rare is Rothus the Traveller. These look kind of cool. So I hadn't seen any Duel Master stuff really before, but, you know, I like Wizards of the Coast. Maybe not as much as Decipher overall. I actually really do like Decipher. But I'm sure I'll look at some more Duel Masters in the future. Epic Battles, a game based around different fighting games. 2 rares in each pack, it says. 2 rares in each pack. There are 4 ultra rares, which are 1 every 24 packs, and 2 hidden rares, which are 1 every 72 packs. A lot of stuff exclusive in the starter, and parallel foils, 1 in every 3rd pack. So obviously it would be nice to get a parallel foil out of this, and we wouldn't mind an ultra rare or hidden rare either. This game came out back in 2006. I think it had a few different expansions. You know, a lot of these games are ones where I hadn't heard too much about them, and I just grabbed what I was able to get for a nice, fun video. We have Raven as our first card. Jack 5's Dark Greeting. I'm trying to see if there's anything that's going to tell me the rarity on the cards. I think maybe it's this up here. So this is rare 30 and rare 116. So I think our rares were at the front. Yeah, then we go to commons. High Attack Punch. Dragon's Fire was the name of that one. These are all High Attack Punch. Headhunter. Tombstone Piledriver. Sisterly Hate. Bruce Irvin. Headhunter. Jack 5. And Student and Teacher, so no foil and no special rare. Only about a year after Epic Battles, Wizards dropped the Eye of Judgement. And yes, that does say PlayStation 3. So these cards you actually had to scan into a PlayStation game and use them within the game. And I don't believe this was like other card games where you scan the stuff and you then get the card in game. You had to have your cards actually there physically laid out and play them while you were playing the game. And you did that with this monstrosity. This is an Eye of Judgment webcam that you attached to your PlayStation and had to face down onto your cards. Laura got me some Eye of Judgment starter stuff recently, and this came with it. It's unbelievable. I might try and hook up a PS3 at some point, and we'll have a look at how it actually works. But for now, let's open this booster pack. This is from set 1, and we're going to get 5 commons, 2 uncommons, and a rare or ultra rare. So obviously we're hoping for the ultra rare. From what I've heard briefly from talking to people about the game, one of the main issues was for the final set that they did, you had to scan your card into the game and then purchase it with in-game currency, which people really didn't like. So yeah, you see, all of this is pretty much just for scanning it into the game. So your entire, what would normally be your whole trading card, is squished down to this. I can see why this this didn't take off too well. But we have Yuga's Mesmerizing Fog, Skeleton Soldier, Imperial Biolith Guard, Tritonin Ice Guard, is it Partmole or Pastmole? Partmole Flame Lizard, Infernal Syandar? Infernal Syandar Dragon. I'm terrible at reading things out when they're odd words. That one looks cool though. I do like this dragon. But again, this artwork you would expect to see a lot bigger on a normal trading card game that didn't have to dedicate so much of its card to all of this scanning nonsense. Dragoon Dragon Cavalry, and Say Hollin Fortress. So I don't know what was our rare, I don't know if we got a special ultra rare or not. All I know is I like that dragon, but would prefer seeing more of its art and less of this. Final Fantasy! Very popular a few years ago, seems to have fallen off a little bit now. I mean, there are still players and collectors, but it's definitely not being asked about in the store I work at as much as it was. This is Opus 5, and from what I can see looking up online, there are no cards of any value in this pack, unless I've really, really missed something. So apparently there are 14 legends and 166 premiums. I imagine premiums just are, you know, reverse hollow versions. And I could totally be wrong about there being nothing of value. I just looked it up on TCG Player and sorted by highest to lowest, and nothing. You know, TCG Player could be doing me a bit dirty with the info, but we'll see. We'll see what we get anyway. A Chocobo! I love Chocobos. The only Final Fantasy game I've ever played, and I played it fully through to 100% completion, was the Chocobo Tales game on the DS. I loved that game. Mystic Knight. Rammer. Fighter. Arcanist. Dragoon. A Chocobo Knight. A foil Arcanist. So yeah, I'm guessing this is just a parallel version of the set. Carla. So I'm wondering if these are the... I wonder if the rarity is this thing on the bottom. Yeah. So those are all commons, including the foil. Now we have a couple of rares. We have Carla. Nana Migo is another rare. Is this another rare? Momodi. And then Twilight Odin is an H. Okay, I'm guessing H is hero. So, we got a hero card. Firestorm up next. You know it's good when it's got all of the price stickers all over it. I did try and remove those, but I didn't want to damage the pack. So this is a game from back in 2001. It was planned to have more expansions and stuff to it, but those never materialized. Which probably means it's not that good. Or at the very least, it did not sell very well. Alright, so what have we got? We have... Well, these cards are beaten up out the pack. That might just because how the pack's been stored, but we've got a Secrets of the Ancients, a tactical. That says Pam R, so I don't know if that means it's a rare or not. So why are some of these cards backwards and upside down and everything? Quasius 3. So yep, this one has a U, so I'm going to guess that means it's uncommon. Shamed. These feel horrible. I don't know how to explain it, but they just feel awful. Orbital Shipyard. Kamikaze Run. Gravity Well Slingshot. Extended Meeting. Cowardice. Bodyguard. Weapon Charger. And Mr. Dire. See, it felt like those cards dried my hands out. I don't even know how that's possible. So I did mention that Digimon was building up a player base, but Digimon is not the hot new game to be playing at the moment. That honor goes to Flesh and Blood, which just actually had its 6th set released, or has the first edition run released anyway. This is the unlimited print of the first set, because I didn't want to remortgage my house to buy the alpha print of the first set. So what we're looking for in here is we're looking for legendaries or a Fabled card. Fabled is the crazy rare card. There's like one in every 40 boxes or something like that. So we can see the rarities down here. So we have a Slogism, Raging Onslaught, these are all commons, Nimble Strike, Unmovable. There are actually only common, rare, and then this set has Super Rare and Majestic. Later sets combine Super Rare and Majestic. And then Legendary and the Fabled are the foil-only banger cards. Iron Rot Legs. We have a rare, which is Savage Feast. A rare Snatch. Oh, we got our foil. So the foils other than legendaries and the Fabled are just foils of any card from the set. So Emerging Power. Cartilage Crush. These are commons again. Primeval Bellow. Crush Confidence. Wrecker Romp. Rising Knee Thrust. Stroke of Foresight. Whelming Gust Wave, and oh, this is the token. This is Katsu, and a weapon. This is the double-sided token. You get tokens in every pack. Force of Will. This was very, very hot for a while. This is still releasing. This set, I believe, is only from last year, but I don't hear it talked about as much as I did closer to its first release, anyway. So this, I think, again, Force of Will has multiple different levels of rare, but its ruler rare, I'm told, is the one that you want, but I have no idea how to figure out whether we got a ruler rare or not. But anyway, we have a Cradle of Fleeting Hope. Oh, the backs are textured. That is not something I was expecting. That's a weird feeling to have textured backs to cards. Raging Ogre. Just trying to see if there's anything on the card which would denote its rarity, and I don't think there is. Come on, what are you doing? How are you a card game released now? Unless it's the N. The N is the only thing I can think of. Flame of Oblivion. We've got a Cthulhu, a guide to the center of the demonic world. Swarming Cthulhu. Selective Decapitation. Oh, so maybe it was the N. Maybe the N was this game's equivalent of common, because we now have one with an R, which is the first boon, Excalibur Cassius Sword. We then have a Raging Ogre in foil, so this must just be one of those things where, you know, parallel foil set could be any card from the set. We have a Wind Magic Stone, and 100 life points. So these maybe are just things to assist you when you're playing the game, things you need to keep track of, because they don't have any sort of rarity markers like the others did. But I still think that looks cool. The textured backs really threw me off, but I think it looks nice. Now onto what I believe is the oldest pack we will be opening today. December 1994. This is the primary edition of Galactic Empires. You see it's a Series 2 expansion pack. So Galactic Empires had two relatively small sets come out first. I think they were just called Limited and Unlimited. But because they were small sets, it was hard to actually do any deck building or anything with them. So this primary edition is 444 cards, which is a pretty huge set considering that's not with any sort of parallel foils or anything, or anything special. There's nothing above rare. There's just, I believe, common, uncommon, rare. It might just be common and rare. And to have 444 cards, it's a big thing. Alright, we've got E3, Heavy Weapon Refit. M3, Shadow. Sunspot, I'm going to stop reading the bit before it because I don't really know what that means. Security Officer, I don't think this is rarity, so I just think it's part of the name, but... Dragon Hatchling, that's kind of cute. Tram Refit. Oh. Random upside down card. Fuser Mechanism. Oh, now we go back the right way. I hate it when it does that. Shuttlecraft. Injury. Mechad Battlecruiser. Automaton. And finally, Accelerated Timeline. That art is really cool. I really like that artwork. That looks really nice. Alright, that's awesome. I like that pack. Genesis Battle of Champions. So you will have seen a couple of videos for this already on the channel. I opened up the starter deck and we talked about the cards in there. And I am actually hoping to make some gameplay videos for the game too. I just need to get a time where me and Laura can get together and actually play, because we don't actually have too much time to do any playing or space. Anyway, this is a booster pack of Rays, which is the second full set. What we're hoping to pull is we're hoping to pull an epic rare, which I believe is a full art or extended art of one of the cards in the set. Alright. So we have a Golden Langer. And you can see it has in full what the rarity is just written out at the bottom. Selective Amnesia. Weighted Net. An advertisement to go join their Patreon, where I do believe they give away rare promos and stuff, so... Yep, that's that. A Barak Naga. Oh, this is our rare. Okay, I nearly missed that. This is the rare, the Barak Naga. Shadow Master, we're on to the commons now. Arcane Shield. Draconis Vixen, that is really cute. Laura's going to love that when she sees that. Miraged Oasis, I like that art. That's very nice. Tachi Psyche? I don't know. Shock Lizard. Flame Jet. Dusk Trail Mouse. By Who? And finally, a Skeleton Warrior. So no epic rare, but Laura is definitely going to be happy seeing that that fox. Guardians. The Dagger Isle expansion. Now what I've been told about Guardians is that it's a silly game. It's not something that takes itself seriously. It was built on being dumb and stupid, and that only went so far. People started to get bored of that after a little while. And if we see here on the back, could find a stacked pack which contains all rare cards. So, like the God packs that go around for current sets of different games. Let's hold out hope for that. Not that I would know, because I don't know how we tell if it's a rare or not. Anyway, we've got a standard bearer. Could be any rarity. These could all be rares. The Hand of Kronos. Why do these cards all look like they're from different games? Summon Loghammer's Sapper. Shield/Terrain. Manly Guy. You can see why this didn't last too long. It's kind of funny, but this looks like I'm opening just a pack of all random different games now. Jam Chops the Trader. Druk. Arwidin. Grotto Troll. Old Gumper. Peace. Spectre's Ward. Weasley Guy. And Cactus McFingers. I don't know what to say. That was what it was. Harry Potter, the TCG. This was the first dead CCG to explode over the last couple of years. This one, I think, kind of preempted the pandemic just a little bit. To give you an idea, I think pre-pandemic, pre the explosion, the most expensive booster box of this on Hills Gaming, where I got a lot of stuff from, was about $50. They're now about $900. The cheapest set I think was about $15 a box, and now I believe is over $100. I waited too long on buying Harry Potter cards. Anyway, I was able to get some for this video. So that is nice. Collect and play with all 116 Harry Potter game cards. Look for randomly inserted premium cards, about one every 3 packs. That's what we're hoping for, is a premium card. This is from the first base set. There was the base set, 3 expansions, and then a second base set, which was based on Chamber of Secrets, and that's where the game was over. I feel like at some point in my life I must have owned Harry Potter cards before. I just don't know about it. I probably did when I was a kid. When they were first coming out, I probably had some booster packs. Anyway, I think we have the rarity symbol down here. I think it's using the circle, star, diamond rarity again. Potion's Mistake. It is a Wizards of the Coast game. Boa Constrictor. Cauldron to Sieve. Noxious Poison. Borrowed Wand. Vermilius. Cage, so this is the start of our uncommons. Dog Breath Potion. A Lesson card, so these I believe are what you have to have in play to cast your spells. Charms and Potion are the lesson cards. They function like, basic energy, basic lands, stuff like that in other games. Oh, we did get a foil. We got a Gringotts Cart Ride. Alright, sweet. Always happy to pull a foil. It's Wizards of the Coast again. And this is Hecatomb. Now, you might be saying, Dan, these are not the right dimensions for a trading card game pack. Well, it is considered a trading card game, despite the fact it does not have cards in the traditional sense. What we're going to have here are some plastic pentagons, I believe. And that's going to be how you play the game, with these pentagons with different things on them. This got 3 sets in, and apparently it just got too difficult to make because of costs of oil, stuff like that. I actually have never seen Hecatomb cards out before, so I have a lot of it ready to open from Hills Gaming. Oh look, they're all stuck together. So I have no idea what... Oh, we have the same rarities on them again. Oh, you have to kind of peel them. And they're very wobbly. I have no idea how I'm going to store these. I have no idea what the best way to store these cards is. Mountain Sasquatch. Death Song Shrieker. Feels awful. Bothus Heridus. Felis Mortis. Quangle. Darker Azu. When I read about what these were, I expected them to be a lot thicker than this. I have to rethink what I'm doing. Rob the Tomb. Zai Zai Zo. Hell on Wheels. On to our uncommons now. We have a Hooked Bloodworm. It feels so weird just peeling them off the cards below. Uncle Andrew. Teloth Prophet. And then I'm guessing this is going to be our rare underneath. And it's a rare. It is a Spear of Destiny. Alright, so I'm glad I have opened a booster pack of this now, so I know what to expect when I'm opening the boxes and boxes of it that I have. And I will try and come up with a way to store these nicely before I open those boxes. I heard someone say they wanted 3 Wizards of the Coast games in a row. We're looking at Hercules, the Legendary Journeys. So, this was made by Wizards, but it uses what's called the Ark System. Their idea was that they have a lot of different games that all use the same system that you could then play with each other. As it happened, they got 3 games out. They got Hercules, Gimli's C23, which we will actually be seeing a little bit of later in this video, and Xena, which sadly we will not be seeing later in this video. I was not able to pick up a pack of that. Xena, I think, is the only one that actually even got an expansion. I don't think this system picked up too well. People were not happy with it. It just didn't work. Okay, well, I mean, it probably worked, but it just didn't do it for people, I guess I should say. So, first looks, the cards do say first edition on them, so I don't know whether there was another printing of this set that didn't say first edition, or whether this was just intended for this set. And then this says H1. I don't know if that relates to the rarity in some way. Alright, Divine Healing. Beautiful Princess. Festival Grounds. H1 might just be Hercules set 1. Unsure. Forest Raider. I'm not seeing anything else that could be the rarity, though. Actually, maybe it's this E. I don't know what that is. There was a G on one of the others. Primord. Insight. Aphrodite's Wiles. Wandering Tribe. Ares Automaton. Divine Intervention. Unruly Mob. And Iolus. Any of those could have been a rare. I have no idea. Now it's time for High Stakes Drifter, the first CCG from WizKids, who you will know for Dicemasters, which we saw earlier in the video, and HeroClix. It's probably their 2 biggest blind boxed properties. This contains 9 cards and a kicker chip. Now I was going to be able to say this is the first time we're seeing something in this video where we have something other than cards, but thanks to us having to substitute in Dicemasters earlier in the video, that's not true. But WizKids still did get that honor. They showed us something that wasn't just cards first. So let's just get this open. We're going to see a poker chip. We're going to see some cards. One of those cards, I believe, is going to be a rare card. Who knows if they will tell us how. So, we have a +5 luck poker chip and a +1 luck on the other side. And we have Gun, available November. Just an advert. Yeah. Advert for other things. And once again, we have the suits from cards, but we have some stars next to everything. Alright, we've got Benjamin J. Hodges, an outlaw. Prairie Schooner. Easy Money. Buck Harris. Packmaster. Mail Order Cowboy. So the star on this one changes to that symbol, so this one may be the rare. Ewan Snively. So I'm guessing maybe these are uncommons because there's less of those. Cavalry Support. And Coyote is Always Hungry. So I like the poker chips. I kind of want to buy more of these just to get some of these poker chips. Back to 1999 now, and we have Highlander, the 4 Horsemen. So I believe this was the last regular set released for the game. There were some special sets and stuff released after this, but no other booster sets. Now the set does have ultra rares in addition to regular rares, so I guess let's hope we pull one of those. We do also have a lot of boxes of Highlander, a different set, which we will hopefully be opening on the channel at some point. We're close quarters, and first thing I'm noticing is there is no way for me to know what rarity these cards are. Block and Strike, unless it's that, but I doubt it would be that. Always go with the winner. I can apply to get a set of... Alright, I guess I would have to have filled this out and sent it off. I imagine it's a little past the cutoff time. Monkey. Always go with the winner. Back away Cassandra. All out defense. Back away Kronos. Trench coat. Overextended attack. Flashback Caspian. The game. Overextended attack. And Throne Dagger Kronos. I've only seen the first Highlander movie. I don't know who any of these people are. Hyborian Gates limited edition. I believe this ended up being the only set for this game. It may have had an unlimited printing as well as a limited edition printing, but there were no expansions produced for this one. It apparently was known for difficult gameplay and not amazing art. And look at this on the back. Exchange the Ancient Gate for a signed and numbered limited edition fine art print of the recently commissioned Boris Vallejo or Julie Bell painting. Chances of finding the Ancient Gate are 1 in a millennium, so 1 in 1,000 packs. Angel Storm and Winning cards are found 1 in every 375 packs. The Millennium packs, 1,000 packs containing 15 ultra rare cards, are randomly inserted, found only in limited edition boosters. These packs are either Angel Storm or include either Angel Storm or Winning. So you don't even get both. And 50 of the 100 ultra rare cards are available only in limited edition boosters. Now, I don't know if that means that there are 100 ultra rares in limited edition, and 50 of them are exclusive, or if there are 50 in here, and then there will be 50 in another set, which, as I said, I don't 100% know if it came out. Anyway, apparently what we want is the Ancient Gate. And we could exchange it for a painting. Oh, the back's interesting. We have Snowcats. Blaze. So apparently we are going to get 1 Gate card and 1 Pyramid card. Dawn Retreat. Yeah, I can see why people weren't in love with the art on this set. That is just yellow. Monster Friendship. I mean, it's better art than I could do, but I'm not a professional artist. Protectors. And it's not what you put on a card game. Peak Twins. Power Blade Master. Is that Ten's Gate or Io's Gate? And that's, I guess, a little punch-out pyramid that you build up? Okay. Ice Nightwing. That's kind of a cool-looking dragon. Victor's Wish. The Dancing Pair. Khufu's Blessing. Georgian Avian. And Unicorn of Zen. So I don't know what was the rare in there, or if I got an ultra rare in there. I do know that I had a little punch-out card where I could build a pyramid, though. InuYasha, not the first and not the last pack from this video that will be based on an anime that I have not seen. So this is Kijin. This is the second set from the TCG. There's not a lot of information on the back. Or is it just all hidden under here? No, that just gives you a chance to win, and if you're Canadian, you have to answer a maths question. So I think what we're looking for in this pack is ultra rares. I think ultra rares are the peak for this game. What is this? A rule book? Alright, this is the basics of a rule book, I guess. Alright, always good to know how to play, I suppose. We have a Weasel Demon. So there's two things above the number there. I'm going to guess that's something to do with the rarity. We have Naraku's Castle. Cade the Village Protector. Alright, we now move to 3. So either... Okay, and that's a foil. So that probably means that's the rare. Let's assume that's the rare. Oh, and then this is a foil again and has 4, so maybe this is an ultra rare. Maybe we hit an ultra rare, I have no idea. And then these are 1, so these must be the common, so yeah, we must have hit rare and ultra rare, but maybe that happens in every pack. I don't know. Monk's Ball of Dragon. Kohaku the Young Demon Slayer. Painting. These have sharper corners than most TCGs. Tarumaru. And valuables. So they're not perfectly square corners, but they're only very slightly rounded. It feels weird when you're used to round corners on TCGs. Jedi Knights! The last of 3 Star Wars-based TCGs that Decipher made before losing the license, but because it comes first alphabetically, the first one we're seeing in this video. So this one was kind of somewhere in between their main Star Wars CCG and their Young Jedi CCG, which was aimed at younger kids. And this had a big collectible element to it. So in addition to having a set of cards, each card also had a basically reverse holo version, a foil parallel set. But that was in silver, and then each card also had a gold variant too, which was a lot rarer. And then packs and cards had special stamps to say if they were from the very first day of printing. So kind of like first edition, but it was just the first day that they were printed got that special stamp on the packs and the cards. So it was very, very difficult to put together full sets, so I don't think too many people did. I mean, the card art looks nice. The card art was always praised, but it was just not easy to be getting all of the different variants of every card. Anyway, we have rarities down here in the bottom. So this is 9U, so that's going to be an uncommon. And this is Lieutenant Neff. We have a common now, AF27. Another common, Zooton. An uncommon now. This is a weird way of packaging them. Jabba... What does that even say? It's someone's Jawa blaster. Another droid whose name is Numbers. A blaster. Standby. Their names are hard to read. That's common again. Tandiv 4. This says B8. 145 common. I don't know what the B8 is. Oh, I think this was where there were... This might be one of those cards where there were some cards where they'd have the same card, but the artwork would be slightly different. And if you put special glasses on, they looked 3D. If you put both cards next to each other, this might be what that is. This is Momo Nadoon, or Nadon. And then we have our rare. This is Dewback Patrol, and it has a stamp on it saying Decipher foil card. But it's not. It's not foil. It's a non-foil card with a stamp on it that says foil card. You know what? People who are trying to fully collect Jedi Knights, you're better people than me. You have my respect, and you will have my questions at some point in the future when I decide to put myself through collecting this. Jim Lee's C23. Another WotC game, another one of the Ark System games that worked alongside Hercules and Xena. So there's not too much to say on this one that I didn't already say on the Hercules one, I don't think. I think this one is based on a comic book property. Anyway. Oh, this one also says first edition, but I don't know if that means that there's a unlimited printing. It says C1, but I think that might just be C23 set 1, same as the H1 from Hercules. We have Fresh Out of the Academy. Artillery Support. Angelin Guard Beast. And that one has a G. I don't know what that means. It might be rarity. Who knows? The Oracle, a resource card. Sudden Mutation. Water Cannon Brigade. Ground Pounders. Barrages HE Charge. Maybe that's Helium Charge. Juggernaut. I'm not trying to say that word again. Hemlock gets his hands dirty. Filer's Stoolie. Climactic Battle. Alright, so similar to Hercules, don't know the rarity, don't know anything about it. Kaijudo, Clash of the Duel Masters. There are some similarities between this and the Duel Masters game that we just saw, but they're completely different games and I don't believe they are compatible to be played together. One of the things is that the super rares do have their own separate numbering, I do know that, so hopefully we will know easy enough if we get a super rare, which is what we are hoping for in this pack. Alright. What's this? Is this an advert again? Yep, that... Oh, so there's a code to get 1 of 9 digital creatures at random in your online arsenal. If anyone wants any of the codes for this stuff, you can have it. This isn't like Pokemon where I'm going to use them. Toxic Fog. Weaponized Razor Cat. Jump Jets. Shimmerwing. Remus the Cloaked. Featherfin Stalker. Spire Zealot. Cindermoss Quartz. Scaled Impaler. Oh, I just noticed, I think these might be the rarities, so I think this one must be our rare. Yeah, we've got 3 stars over here. I think I was covering it with my hand as I opened it. Alright, so at least we do have rarity markers. Legend of the Five Rings, a game with absolutely tons of expansions. If you've seen much about this game, you will know they pumped out a lot of them. There were quite small expansions, but there were loads of them. This game obviously is one of the more famous ones that eventually became a living card game through Fantasy Flight. They took over a lot of TCGs and turned them into LCGs. So the rarest thing in this pack is going to be a regular rare, but I don't know if there's going to be a way for us to tell what is a regular rare. Let's find out. We've got Brothers in Blood. Shrines of the Emperor. It's not looking good that we're going to see which one's the rare. Amoro's Honor. Fields of Courage. Kakita Kairuko. City of Empty Dreams. Nori Farm. Naga. This is a token card. Fulfilling My Duty. Traveling Caravan. Ryushun's Last Words. So one of those was likely a rare, but again, don't know which one. Lightseekers, Wave 3. Enhanced Reality Trading Cards. So these cards could all be scanned in and claimed online, and they used to sell figures of these, and your figure would come with a promo card to get that character online. There were weapons that the figures could hold in real life, which came with a promo card. And then I believe these cards all just allowed you to play the game online and also build up your characters and everything online. But let's see what they look like. So you have a Cauldron Wraith. A Roaming Zombie. I don't know how to tell the rarities on these. I know there is a Mythic Rare. Mythic Rare is the highest rarity, but I don't know how to see them. A Careless Mechanic. Canopy Creeper. Exterior Fabricator? Is that going to be said exterior? I'm assuming it is. Call of the Wild. Snowcast Seer. Oops. Wrench Juggler. Supercharged Twister. Vile Brew Hexer. Fraxinus Pinehusk. That's a hero card. And this is a foil egg chamber. So I'm not sure if the foil means it's good or if it's just a parallel foil for anything in the set. Looks cool though. I do actually quite like the artwork on these. So this is actually one of the packs I've been looking forward to opening the most. So you may know I did a video on the Looney Tunes TCG a while ago, and I opened a couple of boxes of it, and I put together nearly a full set. Thing is, this pack has a first edition symbol, which I'm pretty sure none of the packs I opened did, and the only card I got stamped with a first edition symbol was in the starter deck, where they had one foil card with it that had a first edition stamp on it, and none of the rest was first edition. So, if I open this pack, and this pack has cards stamped first edition, it means I have a full new set of Looney Tunes to collect. But it's going to be interesting to know one way or the other. Everything else on the pack looks the same, from what I remember seeing. But let's see if I now have another full set to collect, or whether that stamp is just on the pack. Well. It looks like I have another full set to collect. You can see here we have a nice little foil first edition symbol embossed on the card. I'm going to try and hold it up to the camera so you guys can see it. Let's try and cover everything else. See that there? So I guess there was a full first edition print run. So I actually don't know if the starter deck would have full first edition sets or not too. That's interesting, that's something to note, it's something I have to look out for. So, originally I would have been hoping for one of the rares I was missing from this pack, but now I'm going to be hoping for a foil. We have Change of Scenery, Jose and Manuel, Mechanical Decoy, Tweety, Hold Up, Yosemite Sam Hunting, Yosemite Sam, Elmer Fudd. Oh, you can see the first edition one really nice on that one. You can see it nicely done there. Foghorn Leghorn, Baby-Faced Finster, Yosemite Sam Von Sham, Bugs Bunny, Porky Pig, Captain Hairblower, and Rabbit Fire. There was a way to work out which one was the rare, but I actually can't remember what it is. But hey, now I know that in addition to picking up the 3 or 4 rares I need from the regular set, I am also going to have to pick up a complete first edition set of Looney Tunes. Yay, more work and more money for me. Lord of the Rings. It's another Decipher game, and another game I actually really enjoy. I just made quite a sizable purchase. Sizable in terms of money, not sizable in terms of amount of cards I got for Lord of the Rings. So watch this space for future videos coming on that. Anyway, this is the Ents of Fanghorn set. This was the final set of the 2 Towers block. And so in this pack we're getting a rare, some uncommons and some commons, and about 1 in every 6 packs is going to have a foil card. The foil cards are just a full parallel set. So obviously the best thing to open is going to be a foil rare. But honestly, we'll take any foil. Any foil I would be super happy with. Let's see what we get. We've got a Twisted Tail. So it starts with the uncommons. Like a lot of Decipher games, you know, they actually print the U and everything in the bottom. And there is a 1 printed down here in the bottom, if we can see that. So the 1 is not a first edition, as some people think it is. I've heard people say that. It just means it is the first time this card was printed. So the booster packs, all booster packs of this set are going to have the 1. But if the card gets reprinted in something else, that is when the 1 is missing. Often if it's errated or something like that. Anyway, Twisted Tails. Fellbeast. Iron Fist of the Orc. Our rare is a Berserk Butcher. Commons, we have Mortal Men. Isengard Artisan. Roused. Dead Ones. Treebeard, Guardian of the Forest, that's a nice one. Nasty Foul Hobbitses. And Entmoot. Alright, cool pack. No foil, but a cool pack. Magi Nation Duel. I've definitely had people ask me to do Magi Nation stuff on this channel before. I just haven't gotten around to it. So, depending on how much I like these, I may do this again in future. So, in this set, there are obviously rares, commons, and uncommons, but the rares have different levels of rarity within the rares. So, there's rare 1, rare 2, and I think rare 3. And that depends on, you know, how many copies are on the sheet. So, the rare 1s are rarer than the others, basically. That was abandoned for future printings, or future sets, sorry, I should say. And I don't actually know whether the cards say whether they're a rare 1 or a rare 2 or what. But anyway. We have Fire Grag. I'm going to guess this is the rarity, so I'm going to guess this is uncommon with 2 stars. We'll see. Draken. Enric. And then they're down to 1, so I'm going to guess these are the commons. Entangle. Carillion. Orpus. Wellisk. Oh, this must be our rare. We have, oh, do we have 2 rares? Do we have 3 rares? What? Maybe the dot is the rare, then, and maybe the less dots the better? Okay, so then maybe these are the commons. I don't know, Wellisk. Fireflow. Taproots. Updraft. And Fireball. Okay, I'm guessing the one with 1 dot was our rare. That's something I will now know if I do more Magi Nation content in the future. We also didn't get a foil card, which said could have been randomly inserted. It's Magic the Gathering! I'm not going to waste my time telling you what Magic is, but this is a pretty banging booster. This is a collector booster from Zendikar Rising. That means that almost the entire booster is going to be foil, but we're going to get some extended art, hopefully some really cool stuff. Obviously, what we want the most is we want a foil extended art fetch land, because they had the special subset of lands in this set. So, oops, it's falling off the table there. So, we got Pyroclastic Helion, Tajuru Blade Blight, Sizzling Barrage, Dauntless Unity, Highborn Vampire, Paired Tactician, so these are all commons and uncommons, Sajiri Shelter, Full Art Plains, we've got Extended Art Non-Foil Relic Robber, a Foil Inscription of Insight, that's a foil rare, Territorial Scythecat, this is one of the special styles they did for the set. The collector booster always had something in the special style for the set. There's another one, Fearless Fledgling, and a Felidar Retreat. And we have a foil Skyclave Pickaxe in the special design. And a foil Extended Art Shadows Verdict, and a foil double-sided token. So, you know, for a collector booster, about average, I think. Not too bad. Superhero Squad Online. So this is another game where you get codes and stuff to input your cards into a game on a website. Rare cards, 5 in every 6 packs. Super rare cards, 1 in every 8. Loot cards, 1 in every 24. So a loot card is what we're hoping for here. I actually have a few of these packs, but I had to buy a deck to get each one. It was Ollie's, a store near us that sells old products that stores don't want to sell anymore, had a lot of decks, and each deck came with a booster pack, so I bought each starter deck many, many times over. Animal Instinct. Black Panther. We have a star down here, and it says Foundation. I don't know if that has anything to do with the rarity or not. Probably not. Just Desserts. Hulk. Spider Strikes. Spider-Man. Super Smell, Wolverine. Oh, it's gone to 2 stars now, so maybe we've gone commons and now uncommons. That would make sense. Mind Reader, Emma Frost. The art on this game does look good. Focus Totality, Psylocke. Oh, this must be our rare. We're up to 3 stars. This is Closing the Trap, so the rares must all be foil. This foil does not show up nicely on camera. And then we have our remaining commons, Oblast, Surprise Interception, and here comes the Spider-Man. So like I say, nice art. I don't like that there doesn't seem to be any sort of numbering on the cards, but it looks alright. Oh, and the code to redeem stuff online is actually printed on the inside of the booster rather than being on one of the cards. Megaman NT Warrior. I know I've been promising you guys a full Megaman video looking at the whole game, and I promise you it's coming. You just please don't abandon hope. It is definitely coming. This is another one from Decipher. I think I'm showing you nearly every Decipher game in this video, with the exceptions of, I think, Boy Crazy, because it's a bit weird, and Austin Powers, because I want to try and keep this family friendly. Anyway, this is from the expansion Grave. This was the final expansion, and let's hope we get an ultra rare. I guess ultra rare is what we're wanting. Same as with most Decipher games, we have the rarity symbol right there with the set number before it and the card number in the set after it. We have Skullman, Whiteweb 2, Shadowman, Requital. Uncommons now. Hidden Force. Our rare is Gutsman. Back to commons. Lark. Magnet Man. Uncommon again. Mine. And finally a common, Doubting Navi. So, I will definitely be opening more Mega Man on this channel. I promise you that that video is coming. I've been buying promo cards for it for about a year, so I'm not putting that to waste. The video is on its way. Metacross. You've seen me open this on the channel a little while ago too. Opened some Green Lantern, and I did open some Batman on the channel too. And I think I filmed some Justice League and never put it on the channel. But the video does exist. I might put it up later. Anyway, this game had 4 sets. This was the final one. It was okay. It wasn't great. The first set was way overprinted. What we're hoping for from this, we're hoping for an ultra rare or a cross rare. That would be quite nice. Or just basically any foil would be nice, because the entire set does come in parallel foil. Obviously, cross rares and ultra rares are only in foil, but the rest does have a foil option too. But anyway, this is commons. We have a nice numbering system down here. C33, common number 33. Strength. Harvey Bullock. Intelligence. Tracking. Poison Ivy. Strength. Our rare is an Intelligence. Intelligence Battle. Uncommons, we have Batgirl. Intelligence. The World's Finest. That's a really cool art for just an uncommon. And an Intelligence, again, slightly different. So not a great pack overall for that game. This is one that I do have enough experience of to know that that's not a great pack. But hey, they're not all going to be good packs in this video. The game I said I'd never buy. MetaZoo Cryptid Nation. You know, I have not enjoyed how this is being released, so I was completely avoiding it. It's every set has Kickstarter editions, then first editions, then second editions. You know, there's just so much going on with it, I could never get into actually properly opening or collecting this. But the video came up, and a store near us had a blister pack, which Laura wanted the coin from, so I now own some MetaZoo cards. Finally. We have a Destroy Aura. I actually don't know the rarities on these either. Obviously, they all say first edition, and I know that there are some foils, but I don't know if every card comes in foil or how you tell the rarity. Okay. A Light Elemental. Smokescreen. Excavation. Feign Death. Crystallized Light. Unholy Fire. Oh, well, there's a foil. Foil Alaskan Vortex. So I'm guessing that must be one of the rarer cards. Headless Horseman. A Shadow Token. A Meteor Shower. That doesn't have any card text, I don't know what that does. And a Light Aura. These must just all be token type things. Well, I'm sure there are explanations for what they do, but I'm not going to look into them. I'm not going down this rabbit hole. And just like that, we're 50 packs down with 50 to go. Because technically we're 51 packs down with 50 to go, but we're halfway through. We're returning to the world of Tolkien for the Dragons expansion to Middle-earth. The set came out back in 1996. I believe Middle-earth was fairly popular. You know, it ran for a little while. Not nearly as long as Decipher's game, but it definitely had a big fan base. So this set, like the title implies, is going to be based a lot on the dragons from Tolkien's world. Nice hefty cardstock. But again, I have no way of knowing what is rare and what isn't from this game. We have Left Behind. Dale. Is that town? Yep. I'm not going to try and say some of these. Baranax a Hunt. A Rule Book. Someone at Home. Stormcrow. Gift of Comprehension. Landdrake. Secret News. Raindrake. Elf Path. Necklace of Silver and Pearls. And Forth He Hastened. Dragon Sickness. And finally, When I Know Anything. So obviously it's illustration based in Tolkien's world as opposed to the images from the movie and stuff like the Decipher game used, but I like those. I do like this game. Maybe I'll do more videos on it in future. Alright, from the world of Tolkien to the world of Mighty Beanz. Mighty Beanz trading card game, Moon Quest. This booster pack is going to have 5 commons, 3 uncommons, and a rare foil card. Some booster packs may instead contain an ultra rare holographic card. So this came in boosters and decks, and the decks actually came with rare limited edition Mighty Beanz themselves. I don't know if you remember Mighty Beanz. Basically, they look like that, and they roll around. They did some Pokemon ones that I actually quite like. I'll maybe track down the decks of this at some point, and we can play with some Mighty Beanz. Alright, so we have... Obviously, we'll know which one our rare is, because it's going to be the foil one. We've got a Basketball Moon. Extreme Moon. Western Moon. Warrior Bean, so that's going to be our rare there. That looks cool. Or it might be the ultra rare. I have no way of knowing. Sharpshoot. Bean Blitz. Plus 50 attack boost. Space Dump. And Double Trouble. It was a nice one. It's a fun one. I like it. It looks kind of silly and fun. This one we can file under franchises and properties you would not expect to have a collectible card game. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Not only was this game popular, it was popular enough to get an expansion. Do you know how many good games didn't get an expansion and Monty Python and the Holy Grail did? It's amazing. One thing about this game, there's a fully done checklist and stuff out there, and 2 cards are just missing. They just decided not to print 2 cards. And alphabetically, the sets are done alphabetically. They are where the Holy Grail would be, because, you know, you can't find the Holy Grail. No one's finding the Holy Grail. And the Spanish Inquisition, because no one expects the Spanish Inquisition. That's the kind of thing you're going to see in Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I do like Monty Python, although I would say I'm a fan of Life of Brian more than the Holy Grail. But... not to say Holy Grail is bad, I just really like Life of Brian. Alright. We have got Humphrey the Page. Archibald the Page. Scroll of Sacred Words. A Silly Place. Sir Balin the Hoarder. Sir Paste Your Picture Here. Baden Hill. Imposter. Doctors. Bridge of Death. Edward the Knight Perilous. Charge. Cry of Distress. Farm Animals. And a Scroll of Sacred Words. I don't know which one was the rare in there. You'll have to check with an actual checklist if you care in the slightest. But that's a fun one. Might get more of that. Hey look, 2 games in a row that added cards to their checklist that they didn't actually print. Except Monty Python didn't actually add it to the checklist. They just left gaps, and when people were piecing checklists together, that's what they figured out. Munchkin did it on purpose, and it annoyed the hell out of me. Munchkin has so many additional rarities. There's very rare, super rare. We didn't print many of these, or we destroyed most of these, I think it's called, and then the ones on the checklists, which aren't real, are these didn't actually exist. I think the rarest thing that's actually in packs is we destroyed most of these. Now you will know I've opened lots of this before. You'll have seen some of the videos, I would hope, if you've been on this channel before. And you'll know that I really, really disliked the game for its play style and some things with its release, and just the fact that it was actively killing itself by not making certain changes and with mistakes and stuff. But I have close to all of it, so at some point I'm going to finish it. Anyway, Punch McFacey, these are commons to start off with. Whacked, Mugsy, Tavern Brawl, Lame Goblin, Raw, Nope, Bertha. These are the uncommons. Pinata, Earworm, 11-foot pole. This is the X. This is one of the secret rares. That's why it's in the black and white sepia tone. And our rare is Polecat. I actually don't know if I need any of those. If I do, it'll probably be the 11-foot pole rather than the Polecat. But I will check later on. Alright, My Hero Academia, the collectible card game. This is probably one that you may have heard a little bit about. So I've got this under M, because this was how it was on my list, but this is actually the first game that is part of the new UniVersus series, which is an updated version of the Universal Fighting System, which we will be seeing a little bit of later on in the video. So this is the first edition printing. There's a lot of stuff going on with this one. There are extra rares, there are secret rares, there are extra secret rares. But we will... I think extra secret rare is the pinnacle of rarity in this. This is actually from what I've seen, it's a cool looking game, and it's one I would maybe be tempted to try and get more of. Just hopefully the first edition extra secret rares don't go crazy, otherwise I'll just be immediately turned off. And with it being UniVersus, I think that means that there's only going to be the one set that's My Hero Academia, and then there will be more sets based on different things. So okay, so we can see at the bottom we have first edition, My Hero Academia, the common rarity, I believe that means, and then the set numbering, and the back says UniVersus rather than saying My Hero Academia, because the intention is that all of these different games can be mixed together. And I've been looking at that, and I've just noticed the title of the first card. So we've got an Eat My Sticky Balls, Mediator, Merciless Rush, Release, Improvised Blade, Tape, Manly Passionate Guy, we're on to the uncommons now, Rapid Tape Strike, Wall Cling. Oh, and we got an ultra rare. So this is Hardened Pummel. Alright, that's nice. So it's not one of the, extra secrets or whatever, but it's an ultra rare. It's better than a normal rare. Looks very cool. We'll take that. First edition ultra rare. Alright, the My Little Pony collectible card game. This came out in November 2015 in North America, or this set anyway, High Magic, but this was one of the sets that never actually received a worldwide release, so it makes it a little bit rarer than some of the earlier sets. Anyway, what we're looking for when we open this, we're looking for foil cards, which would be nice, but what we're mainly looking for is called a Royal Rare. I think there's 2 or 3 of them in the set, and they appear maybe one in every case, I think it is. They're very, very hard cards to pull, so it would obviously be incredible if we pulled one of those. But commons to start off with, we have Elizabeth, Through the Ages, Power Bracelets, Fast Food, Owlowicious, Angel, Brushy, Nurse Redheart, Magic Wings. Our rare is a Silver Shill, Secrets and Lies. Uncommons, we had a Cannonball Surprise, a Rarity's Worst Nightmare Problem, and a cheese sandwich dive instructor. So nothing too amazing out of that pack. Would be hoping for something a little bit better. Netrunner, game from 1996, which as you can see was designed by Richard Garfield. One of the few games to use the Deckmaster symbol, which was used on Magic cards. Deckmaster was supposed to be this overarching, thing where they were releasing loads of different games under the Deckmaster series, but didn't really pan out. Netrunner obviously got a couple of sets. Magic is killing it to this day, and still has, in fact I will show you a Magic card, still has the Deckmaster symbol on the back of cards, because they just don't ever want to change the backs. This was the base game. It had a couple of expansions, and obviously this is another one where you're more likely to know it as the living card game that was eventually released by Fantasy Flight Games. What we're hoping to pull from this is a very rare, which is what this game called its cards that were a step above rare. So you see the Deckmaster logo on the back there. That's how these very few games had them. So we have Jack and Joe. So see, there's nowhere actually on the cards which states their rarity that I can see. But if you look where it says version 1.0, that is actually the set that it comes from. So this is version 1.0. The next one was 2.0 and then 2.1. So that's what's going on there. Gideon's Pawn Shop. Sia. Setup. TKO 2.0. Fetch 4.0.1. Corolla Speed Chip. I'm not sure how much I like these silver borders. I think I might just be conditioned to with like Magic and stuff, assuming that silver border means not as good. Because in Magic, silver border means that you can't play them in real formats, etc., etc. Black Dahlia. Main Office Relocation. Viriz. Antiquated Interface Routines. Signpost. Mouse. Private LDL Access. And Tesseract Fort Construction. One of those was a rare or possibly even a very rare. Alright, NFL football card game, Red Zone. So for people who don't know, NFL football is that kind of football, where you don't use your feet or a ball, that Americans think is football. So, this game, I believe every single card in the game is just a player, so it's just the name of a player. And in addition, they have a rarity lower than common, which is called very common. So I don't know. It's an odd one. They don't go higher than rare, I don't believe, but they go lower than common, so it's why didn't they do common, uncommon, rare, and then super rare, rather than just having very common. Not that it matters, because I don't think they have the rarities on the cards. Oh well. Keith Byers. Greg Beackett. I don't know any of these people. It'd be weird if I did know any of these people. Derek Brown. Ken Norton. Hey, his name's the same as my name. The last bit, anyway. Steve Atwater. Dixon Edwards. Corey Miller. Tony Woods. Eddie Robinson. Jeff Herod. Russell Copeland. And Roy Barker. Don't know the rarities of any of those people. I really should open some proper football cards on this channel soon. Some of like the Wizards football champions or something that was, proper football. Did also use this pack to reveal my last name to anyone who didn't know that, so a hell of a pack. Hey, you've seen this on the channel too before, and despite the fact that I had loads of packs left over of the second set, I've already completed that set and didn't want to open a pack from a set I'd completed. So I went out and bought another base set pack. This is the Nightmare Before Christmas TCG. 2 sets, not too difficult to complete, either of them. I'm just missing a couple of cards from the first set, and if I don't get them in this, well, I can't get all of them in this. It's 4 foil cards that I'm missing. Any that I don't get in this, I'm going to go and just buy pretty soon anyway. Obviously, also known for being a game with some incredibly rare promos, which I've been trying to pick up and have had a little success, but not too much. Anyway, as I said, we're looking for foil cards. I think there's about 12, and there's 4 of them I need, but I don't know what they are, so we'll just rejoice with any foil card. We have Igor, Faithful Lackey. Mr. Hyde. Oogie's Lair. There was a way to tell rarities. Oh no, I think the way to tell rarities was added for the second set. I don't think you can in this one. Dr. Finkelstein. Jumbo Treat Bag. Mellow Trio. Take Off Ramp. Public Transportation. Town Hall. Corpse Dad. Vampire Lord. And Hiding Under Your Bed. The skull might have meant that it's the rare. I'm not 100% sure. Sounds right, though. Either way, we didn't get a foil, so we did not pull one of the cards that I need to finish my set, unfortunately. All the way back to 1995 now, with On the Edge. This is a booster pack. Don't know why it's designed like that. This is the standard version. So they had limited, and then unlimited, and then standard. And the main change was that standard added 1 card to the previous set. Apparently when it first came out, that 1 card was ridiculously priced, but then people realized it was still pretty common. Anyway, On the Edge is a trading card game of surreal conspiracies. Interesting. Cards may be common, uncommon, or rare, and are numbered for collecting. Published by Atlas Games. And you need a rulebook, which comes in the starter deck. There's so much extra space in this booster pack. And it's so old the glue is just falling apart. Alright. Well, so they write that it's numbered. They don't tell you what the rarity is, though. Multi-Dimension. The Terminal. Saxolf Herman. I'm not sure if this or this is supposed to be the name. I'm assuming it's this. Military Contacts. Farder Mark. Couldn't read that one sideways. Vibe Valiant. Dmitry Vestavos. Friends in 4 Points. Cyanide Capsule. Friends in Broken Wings Barrio. And finally, Friends in Great Men Barrio. So, some of the artwork on this is okay, but it's really shrunk down because they're trying to fit so much stuff around it. It would be... I prefer trading card games where there's a lot of artwork. But I didn't hate that, I don't think. Alright, Ophidian 2350. This is an interesting one because I was actually reading about it, and then a couple of days later, CCG History was tweeting about it a little bit. Shout out to CCG History on Twitter, by the way. Amazing account. So, this game was originally released in 2003 by Fleer. And Fleer kind of... I don't think they went out of business, but they pulled a lot of the funding from their trading card games not too long into this. So the game just stopped being sold. But then a decade later, 2013, all of the unsold stock is discovered just somewhere, I think, like in a warehouse, and it's all sold to Hack and Slash Games, who then start selling the cards again, using it as promotion to try and release a new version of the game, which they eventually did. I believe they kickstarted it, and they released a version called Ophidian 2360, which was a non-collectible CCG. It was just a fixed, I think, board game style. So, booster packs containing a rare 3 uncommons and 7 commons, and foils are randomly inserted, displacing a common card, approximately 1 foil per 5 packs. So, unsure if the complete set is 50 rares, 70 uncommons, and 120 commons, so that probably means that the foils are a full parallel set. So, that's quite a lot then. 240 cards with a full parallel set is... certainly something, especially when foils are only coming 1 in every 5 packs. This would be a difficult set to complete if this were the case. Oh, backs look quite nice. I really like how that looks. Oh, it's got the Ouroboros thing on. I didn't even notice that on the front of the pack. It's the Ouroboros snake. That's what my Vaporeon tattoo is doing on my chest. It's biting its own tail. I can't show that. I'm not showing a bare chest on my channel. Oh, we do have rarity markers by the looks of it, though. I'm assuming this is an uncommon. So we have a Bone Beast, a Bruiser, a Goth Garl. This is our rare. This is Demented Maggot Swarm. And commons, Trace Summoner, Little Jinx, Version 9, Machine of Death, Madame Petite, Potaka, Jagged Bones, and finally, Most Infectious Disease. Alright, I wouldn't mind seeing how the foils look in this game. So, I really like the story behind this game. I think this game has like an interesting history with how it was, you know, sold for bait and then all the stock was discovered and stuff. And I had initially thought, maybe I want to try and get a lot of that, maybe put a set together, but I need to see how the foils look first and see how hard it is to track down the foils. So back in 1995, out came Marvel Overpower. So this game actually had around 3 sets that were all Marvel characters, and then started adding some DC characters to the game as well, which was definitely interesting. Just notice there's a we get a free card game guide. Unfortunately, the offer expires December 31st, 1995, so we are just a little out of date on that one. Unfortunately, it would have been nice to get a hold of that card guide. I think this is your basic commons, uncommons, rare, rarity system. Don't think we're expecting anything too crazy. And this is some artwork with some numbers in the corners. Alright. And we have Hurricane Winds Storm, so that one at least does something. So not only do we not have rarity symbols on here, it doesn't look like we have any sort of numbering for the set or anything like that. So that's fun. Power lines. And I see something coming up at the back as well with square corners, so God knows what that is. Sabretooth. There's Thor. There's Deadpool just in here looking like he's from a completely different card game. He's cool though. I like that card. Bishop. Wolverine. And then Mission Fatal Attractions. So what is this? 2 of 7. I don't know if this is part of the game or if this is something else, but it's got a foil name. Anyway, that's something. There's so many of these games where it's just like, I don't know what I'm getting into opening these booster packs. These just could be anything. It's really cool. It's really fun. Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, covering the events of the first 2 movies, I believe. Quick Strike, I think it's something similar to the Ark System or Universes, where the idea is to have lots of different games, lots of different properties, all able to play together. We get 1 chamber card in every pack, and I'm excited to find out what a chamber card is. So, do we think it's going to be obvious? Yeah, I think I think it might be quite obvious what the chamber card is. Alright, well, what have we got here? We've got a Moonlight Ambush, Bootstrap Bill, Hiding Place, Hot Potato. So as you'll see, even though they're clearly based on the movies, it's not screenshots or anything from the movies, it is all hand-drawn artwork. Up the side, Direct Hit. This is the chamber card. I don't remember what game it was. I think in that Christmas stocking I did, I opened one of the Quick Strike games and got a chamber card, because I remember seeing something with this. And now thinking about it, I think I opened a Marvel Overpower in there too. But yeah, I have no idea what the chamber cards do, what they're for, but I definitely remember seeing them. Got a Grim Determination, Catherine Blades, and Parting Shot. So it's very cool. It's interesting to have more of these, even if I don't know what exactly they do. I feel like this snaps and comes out, but I'm not going to do it. But they're interesting. And the idea of, Quick Strike, similar to the Ark System and stuff, it's a cool idea. So next up, we have a game you might have heard of, and you might have seen me open before on this channel. This is called Pokemon. Yeah, you know what Pokemon is. This is the Evolution set. This is the 2016 set. It's kind of a throwback set to all of the classic cards. These packs are kind of expensive now, but I had some lying around, so I was like, all right, we're getting an Evolutions pack in this video. Obviously, it'd be nice to have a full art or something, but the actual big hit is the foil Charizard, not the full art Charizard, just the regular one that uses original artwork from base set. That's what we're looking for. Anyway, Magikarp, a Ghastly, Sandshrew, a Weedle, Tangela, a Reverse Chansey, it's a nice one. Arcanine is our rare, bumped up from uncommon in original base set, of course. Pidgeot Spirit Link, that wasn't in original base set. Metapod, and Imakuni's Doduos. This is one of they're marked as secret rares, but they're kind of secret uncommons. There was 5 different ones in the set. Imakuni's Doduo is one of them. This was originally, I think it was either a promo card or it was in a Japanese gym set. And it's kind of a funny, silly card using Imakuni, the character from Pokemon. So it's really nice to be able to get that. That's a very cool one. Could have been worse. Could have been better. Interesting Pokemon pack. Rage. The Umbra is what I promise it says under that $2 sticker. So Rage had a very, very large initial set, and then the Umbra was a slightly smaller set that came after it. For the moment, it says Rage, the Werewolf, the Apocalypse collectible trading card game. Based on Werewolf the Apocalypse. I don't really know what Werewolf the Apocalypse is, but it's something from White Wolf Games. Also, look at this. $1.95, and then they were selling it for $2. Shocking. You'd think that if it was that close in price, if the secondary market price was so close to the price printed on it, you'd just leave it at that, wouldn't you? Anyway, we're looking for ultra rares, but who knows if we'll be able to tell ultra rares from rares, or from uncommons, or from commons. Well, that's something interesting to see. That's a lot of text to see right on opening the pack. Okay, this is some sort of rules editions card, okay. And we have Rage, does it say September? Or Sept? Probably not September, it says Sept, and then Combat. And then these are... Oh, something's happening. Banishment by the Council. So that one is a Sept. Garden of the Blood Fist is a Sept. I don't really know what those mean. Runs Without Pack. That's double-sided. The card hologram combination is a trademark of the Upper Deck Company. Really? They trademarked putting holograms on cards. That's interesting. I'm trying to figure out if there's any sort of rarities on here. I don't think there is. Well, this is a backwards Sept card. That is Phoebe. Cassandra Shadow Watcher. Again, another double-sided card. A Sept card, Moonbridge Attack. Sept Bunyip Spirit. Sept Moriziki? Moriziki? I don't know. Quest of Spirit. That's a Sept card. Umbral Flurry. That's a combat card. World of Human is a Sept. And Wildstone is a Sept. So I don't really know what that stuff means. There's a good chance it was on that rules edition thing that I just threw away. But I don't actually care what cards mean or how they play. I just like how they look. And this one looks alright. They're very, very glossy and very, very sticky. Is one thing I'd say about this card game. Some card games stand out like that, where you're just like, this card stock is strange. Not necessarily bad, just strange. Jumping from an old game to a sort of recent game, this one is from 2011. This is Redeki, or Redekai, or something. I don't know how to say it. Now, there's 11 cards in here, and I know we're looking for super rares, but I'm not expecting this to just be 11 normal cards, because this feels heavy. I don't know why. It feels so much heavier than even packs with 15 cards in them. So I'm expecting something a little weird with this. Let's see. Oh, well, they're all thick plastic. We have... Oh, and a lot of them are see-through as well. So you have Electric Crush. Okay, this is interesting. Electro Cage. These are thicker than Hecatomb. Energy Whiplash. Feather Swords. It looks kind of insane, like seeing the person at the very back there. Fire Vortex. Fire Whips. Sonic Boom. Zaire. I'm going to put the people slightly separate. Zytron. Tri-Squad. And Frostalk. So these must... Oh, these ones are... Oh, these are lenticular. Oh my god, those look really cool. I didn't even notice that. So the characters are all lenticular cards. That actually looks really sick on camera. Like, it doesn't look great in person, but I think it's actually coming out really well on the camera. That's kind of cool. That honestly looks like a, one of those, like, virtual card effects where you, like, scan a QR code or something and a character pops up, but it's genuinely catching the lenticular part of the card really, really nicely. Oh, it really, really looks cool. And then, so I'm guessing you put this over your character, and it takes out that, I guess. But if you put it over one that doesn't have that, it doesn't take it out, and it adds this red thing to them. I don't know. There's a lot going on there, but these are lenticular too. Oh my god, everything in this game is fully lenticular. No wonder that pack felt thick. Alright, these don't look anywhere near as cool as the the characters did, but they still look kind of cool. So I'm not going to go through and play with the lenticulars on all of them, but just know they are all lenticular. It's a bold move for a TCG to have everything lenticular. I'm just going to show this guy off one more time again, just because of how cool it looks on camera. Very, very cool set of cards. I might get some more, but only if I can open them on camera, because they look so much cooler on camera than they do in person. Redemption. So strap in, because this is a weird one. So this is a biblical card game. There have been a few of those. This was originally produced by Cactus Game Design. So they produced the first few sets, but it was mainly designed by a guy called Rob Anderson. So this is the base set, and it was released in late 1995. And Cactus Game Design continued releasing it for a little while, but then it eventually fell off, and Rob Anderson started just designing, testing, producing, and for a while I believe printing it himself, and fully just selling it off his own back. I think Cactus Games now still sells the packs and is still the distributor, but this isn't a dead game. This is a game that is still going. They have released an expansion in 2022 called The Gospel of Christ. In terms of long-running CCGs, Redemption is second only to Magic the Gathering, which, created CCGs. They obviously don't have a huge release schedule the same way that other games do. I think they average about one set a year, though, which when you consider 90% of the work is being done by one person, is pretty impressive. So anyway, let's crack into some base set of Redemption, and let's learn about the Bible. We have hard-hearted religious leaders. So I don't know what are the rares, because all I can see is we have a dragon, it's a 6 of 6, and then there is a quote from the Bible on the bottom. Boils. Humility of Moses. Bravery of David. Miriam. Pharaoh. Helmet of Brass. And Cruelty. That was illustrated by Mark Poole. Mark Poole, a big Magic artist, as I'm sure a lot of people know. I don't know, obviously, what's the rare or anything in that, but this game deserves more respect for how long it's been able to still keep going. I may open some more at some point, I don't know. It's cool though. Like, shout outs to that guy. Alright, Rifts. So Rifts was released in 2001 and was based on the RPG of the same name. And apparently that may have been its downfall. See, the creators of the card game wanted it to sit right next to the RPG books on the shelf, so the starter pack for Rifts was a full book-sized box that would sit next to the books on the shelf, but it also meant that it was almost impossible to travel around with. You know, you don't want a huge box when you're just playing a TCG. TCGs are supposed to be easy to transport. That's a huge part of their appeal. Either way, it didn't last very long, but we got a pack of it. Let's see what this stuff looks like. So we have got a Lazak Dessert. Just looking to see if there's any sort of rarity indication. Does not look like there is. A Grey Fox. Glitterboy Squadron. Samus Squadron. Naval Superiority, Morn, Golden Age Weaponsmiths, Sky Cycles, City of Laszlo. I like that art. That looks really cool. I like that one. Elemental Warlocks, and House Town. Very good art. I like the art in this game. I might get some more of it just for that. Nice artwork. Shaman King. On seeing it again, I now remember this is the one I opened from that Christmas stocking, which had the big thick chamber card in it. It was another upper deck one. It was not another quick strike one, but we are going to see some big chamber card, I believe. 5 in 6 packs have a rare card, and 1 in 6 packs have a spectrogram. So let's hope for a spectrogram. I imagine that just means it's all foily and shiny. Oh, well, let's get this chamber card out of the way first. It's Lola. Alright, don't know who she is or anything about it, but it's a big, big chunky card. Shared Purpose. Tectonic Spikes. Conchi Kick. Jaded Sphere. Tag Team. Purity of Mind. Talisman Warrior. Dragon Aura. And Ward Off. So we didn't get a spectrogram, and because of that, I have no idea what the rarities of any other card was. Sim City. A strange one. It's from 1995. This is the base set. As you can see, over 500 cards. Over 500 cards in this set alone. And this thing did have expansions. That's a lot of cards. A lot of the early feedback was definitely that this would have been way more suited to a board game rather than a collectible card game. But with the expansions adding real-world locations and places and people actually being able to get their own promo cards by applying, it did start to, you know, bring up the popularity a bit, but not enough to keep it going long-term. So there is a jumbo card in here. There's some sort of longer card. What does it say? 14 cards and a special long card allowing you to further diversify your city. So let's see what we've got here. So here's our long card. Renovated Lofts. Oh, really off-center back. Renovated Lofts. So that's, I guess, something you see around cities. And then here is the rest of the pack. We have a lumber mill. Council member city services. So again, there's no rarities or anything on any of these cards. I don't know if these... I'm guessing these must be counted towards the 500, but I don't know if they have their own rarity system. You know, whether there are rare ones of these or whether you can just get all of them at the same. I don't know. University Quad. Medical Supply Center. A nightclub. You see how these are all very, very generic things, whereas the expansions, like I think there was maybe one set in Chicago, so you'd have actual buildings and locations from around Chicago. A lighthouse. A pub. Planes. Bed and breakfast. Parking lot. 4046 North Campbell, so that seems to be a pretty specific one. A mountain. Farmhouse. And finally, a Bensville fire station. I wonder if they have any of the other basic lands from Magic. I can see they'd maybe have a forest. I don't think they would have an island or a swamp in SimCity. But alright, that's an interesting one. This makes it harder for me to love. Generally, if a game is making me care about something other than just regular-sized cards, it needs to be really, really good for me to care about it. So, like, with Star Wars Destiny, I really liked it, despite the fact that it has the dice, same with Dicemasters, but there's a lot where I just can't really get into them because I have to worry about something else. Like, with these cards, you know, I can store them in regular sleeves, regular binders, I buy all that stuff in bulk, and then, especially you can see you may have noticed me looking at the corner of that one. Because of how these sit in the pack, these ones are going to get damaged so often. But I don't think it was terrible, but I have my issues with any sort of jumbo or anything in packs. The Simpsons. The Simpsons. So this game actually did shoot up in price a lot over the last couple of years. And I'm really good because one of the earlier videos I did, I think it was my Nightmare Before Christmas one, I'd written 5 names of games down on cards and had Laura pick one out at random to decide which one I'd get, and we landed on Nightmare Before Christmas. It was either Nightmare Before Christmas or the Looney Tunes one, whichever one we did that in. And The Simpsons was written on one of the cards, and this would have been so much cheaper if I'd gone for a set back then, and I actually wouldn't mind doing it because I do like The Simpsons. You know, lots of nostalgia and stuff there for The Simpsons. But hey, at least I'm getting a pack to open, even if it was almost as much as a booster pack cost. Oh, as much as a booster box cost a couple of years ago. Alright, so we have, you know, standard WotC rarity symbols down here. We have Captain McAllister. These are the commons. Edna Crabapple. Mojo the Helper Monkey. Snowball 2. Have a Krusty Burger scene. A Noiseland Video Arcade scene. The Couch scene. We have No Eggheads. Taste of Victory. So I think these have all been commons so far. So maybe this is a game with just commons and rares. Wipeout. And our rare is Itchy and Scratchy character. So yeah, it seems like this is just one of those games that only has commons and rares. Oh well, I hope that I can get more of this in the future. Whether or not it's going to be a booster box or, you know, opening sealed product, or whether it's just going to have to be picking up singles and picking up a set, I don't know, but I will hopefully get some more. This one I was excited to have a reason to pick up. I love Sonic the Hedgehog, and I really, really enjoyed Sonic X. I know it was a bit cheesy, and I know people didn't like it as much as a lot of the other Sonic cartoons, but I was a big fan of it, and I'm glad I am now able to open some of these trading cards. This was released in 2006 to coincide with the 15th anniversary of Sonic, and it's a very, very simple game. There are only commons and rares. I think you get 1 rare per pack and a bunch of commons. Does it say on here? Yes, it does. 80 commons, where you get 9 per pack, and 30 rares, where you get 1 per pack. Nothing crazy, nothing strange like that. The packs do say first edition. I'll be interested to see if the cards say first edition, because if they do, that probably means there's 2 full sets to complete. Alright. Okay, what is this? Oh, this is some sort of rules card again. Alright. We don't care about rules. So we have a little Sonic symbol down here. I'm not sure if that is the first edition symbol that was on the packs. So this might be a full first edition print run, which will hopefully then mean there's an unlimited print run. Anyway, we have the Tornado 2, and this says R85, so I'm guessing this must be our rare. Alright, that is good to know. Yep, and then C, so these are our commons after it. So you have Sonic Full Stop, Evil Genius, Close Call, Sonic Relaxing, Fire, Tails Hanger, Flashy, Mega Taunt, and Quiz-On. Alright, so, very cool. Like I said, love Sonic. Would love to open some more of this, or at least just get some more of this. Good to know that there's probably a full first edition set and a full unlimited set. So I'll be trying to track some down. This I want to open some more of. This one I specifically want to try and open more of and not just buy the set. So we'll see. We'll see where that can land us in future videos. Alright, the bad part of doing this in alphabetical order is we're about to hit the Star Trek, Star Wars portion of these card games, and there's quite a lot of them. So this is the Star Trek CCG from Decipher. This is from First Edition. First Edition was their initial run of sets. They then kind of rebooted the rules and started Second Edition again, started out with base again and new set numberings and stuff, and they weren't fully compatible. There were some things and some special products that, you know, went with both or made things a bit more compatible, but they, for all intents and purposes, weren't. But I still decided to only include one of the two here, so I've only got something for First Edition. I didn't also get a Second Edition pack. So this is the Borg expansion. So as you can see, it has 131 cards, common, uncommon, rare, and ultra rare. I believe there is only one ultra rare in the set, and it is, I've written down here, Reginald Barclay. So that is going to be the card we're looking for, because I believe that that is the only ultra rare. Oh, but we have at least got to the point where they have the common and uncommon, etc. on the card. So I didn't even read out that card. That was equipment, and that was a common. We have Dilemma, which is an uncommon. Event, which is a common. Third and Fourth, which is our rare. Alright, there's a lot of stuff going on in terms of where the rarities are, but that's okay. Vurond, which is a common. A lot of these are from Voyager. I have not seen Voyager. Jeton, a common. Lagrin, an uncommon. Some equipment, a common. Harkan, a common. Some more equipment, an uncommon. And Kamok, who is a common. So obviously we just got the one rare in there. With there only being one ultra rare, I think it does just mean it's something like 1 in 120 odd packs to get an ultra rare instead of the rare, but that is fine. I do like this game. You know, I'm a big fan of Decipher, as I've said, and I do own an amount of this game, and I have some more stuff planned for videos with this game, so you'll see that again in the future. Oh look, it's Star Trek again. This one is by Fleer, and this one came out before the Decipher one. This one had a base set, which is this, and then one expansion pack. What's this? Oh, we could send off 3 wrappers in order to get the next 3 issues of our Star Trek Starfleet Academy comic. But unfortunately, the offer expired in 1997, so I missed out on that one slightly. So this one I don't think has as much depth and stuff to it as the Decipher one, but it does all... It is entirely based around the original series, so at least I've probably seen some of it, most of it, I think. Alright, we have a mission from the episode, The Alternative Factor. These are, again, missing rarity symbols and stuff, so I don't know, you know, what rarity they all are. Oh, some have different backs, I guess. Oh, no, there's upside down in the pack. Brilliant, we'll get to those. Mission from an episode, Arena. I think that's kind of a classic episode. Discovery episode, The Squire of Gothos. Challenge, Fatal Allure or Attack. Discovery from The Cage. A discovery from City on the Edge of Forever. Probably my favorite original series Star Trek episode. Very, very good episode. Alright, here's the upside down ones. I'll turn them all around. We have Crew, Lieutenant Lee Kelso. A mission from the episode The Enemy Within. Crew, Lieutenant Latimer. The plot of the episode Court Martial. Wild, Photon Torpedoes. A challenge, Star or Enigma. We have Crew, Lieutenant Charlene Masters. Wild, Corbomite Maneuver. And finally, a challenge, attack, the Gorn Captain. Very popular enemy there from Star Trek. So, I do like that game a little bit, but nowhere near as much as the Decipher one. I don't think I'll be trying to track that down with as much, not as much priority as the Decipher stuff anyway. Time for some Star Wars now. This is the Star Wars TCG from Wizards of the Coast. This is the Attack of the Clones set. And this was the first set that they did after they obtained the Star Wars license from Decipher, which is why Decipher had to stop a lot of their games quite abruptly. So, we have our regular, common, uncommon, rare cards within the set. And there is a full parallel foil set. But going by what's on the back here, it says premium cards are about 1 in every 37 cards. So that's about 1 in every 3.5 packs contains a foil. And there's a couple of hundred cards to try and get in foil. So, WotC ain't making it easy out here. So obviously, a foil would be great. A foil rare would be incredible. So that's the WotC back. If you're trying to sort out your Star Wars cards, this is the back for the WotC game. Okay, we have so at least we have our WotC rarity symbols. 180 cards in the set. We have Hatch a Clone. Target Locked. Starship Refit. There's Obi-Wan Kenobi there. He's getting his own show soon. Pilot's Dodge. A Rickshaw. Corellian Star Shuttle. We're still in commons. Clone Squad. So I believe these are our uncommons now. Shock T. Klieg Lars. Zam's Airspeeder. And our rare is Clear the Skies, a mission card. Okay. It's using, obviously, art from the movies and stuff. So, I like it. I don't like how hard they're making the foil sets to get. But, it means the cards will keep value, at least, I suppose. And now its predecessor, the Star Wars customizable card game from Decipher. So this was definitely the most popular and the strongest of Decipher's Star Wars card games, which, again, they did have to stop producing when they lost the license for Star Wars to Wizards of the Coast. So this pack in particular is Jabba's Palace. This pack was pretty cheap because this is one of the most overprinted sets, I believe. There's a lot of it out there. So this pack's going to have 5 commons, 3 uncommons, 1 rare, 180 card set. Let's just get into it. I think it's kind of similar to a lot of other Decipher games, in which it's really good. It's just that this set in particular, not so much. The game actually is seeing a lot of very, very valuable cards now. A lot of cards are really spiking. Oh, this seems to be before they were putting numbers and rarities and stuff on cards. So here we go. Mos Eisley Blaster. Weequay Skiffmaster. Bantha Fodder. Baragwin. Chada Fan. What is this? So, oh, it says Jabba's Palace Audience Chamber, but it says it both ways up. Alright. Wart. Revealed. And Ortug. I have no idea which of those was the rare, as has been a theme through this video. But I do like these cards. In terms of Decipher stuff, I definitely prefer their Star Trek game. If I had to pick, I prefer the Lord of the Rings game over both of them. But I think I do prefer the Star Trek game to the Star Wars game, but I'm sure I will be picking up a lot more of both in future. Star Wars Clone Wars Adventures by Topps. Now, If you watch all of my videos and you saw my Hills Gaming Black Friday video, you'll know I bought a few booster boxes of these and a thing of decks, and I'm hoping to open a lot of them on the channel together at some point to try and put a set together. But I figured, why not grab another pack? Just for the purposes of this. So what have we got here? Approximate odds per pack of finding a rare code card is 1 in 18 packs. So this week's, I don't know if the rare code cards are going to be any good, because I don't think the place you put the codes exists. So it seems like the rarest thing is not actually something we want, and is probably something with the least value. But maybe the fact that it's rare gives it collectible value. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And I also don't know if the code card itself actually looks rare if you get a rare one, or if it just, you know, gives you something rare when you put the code in, which obviously it won't anymore. There's some rules again. Anyway, what have we got here? We got Commander Cody. What's her name? Ashoka Tano. Oh, we have a foil Boba Fett. So whether all of the rares are foil, maybe that is what's going on there. Oh, we have Cad Bane, so we have 2 foils in this pack. There's our code card, so it tells us how to play the game. But that's our code card, so I'm guessing that's not a rare code card. I don't know. Don't know the code cards, but we've got 2 foils from the pack, so I can't complain about that. Senator Amidala, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and an AT-RT. So must just be these are our rares. So maybe building a set is going to be easier than I thought if there are 2 rares in every pack, which I will be happy with, because I definitely do want to put a full set of these together. Star Wars Destiny. I've opened this on the channel before too. I actually really like this game. So it's coming with 5 cards and a die in the pack. So it's kind of strange that the die relates to the rare or legendary card that's in the pack. So there's 1 of those. There's also 3 commons and 1 uncommon. So in terms of how many cards you get per pack and everything like that, the uncommon is probably about as rare as the rare cards, just not as powerful and doesn't have the corresponding die. So this is from the Covert Missions set. I just wanted to get these out because it's something to take a minute to open. So Covert Missions was the final proper set released. It was the final set that they actually printed. They did release a print and play expansion after this, but this was the final thing that actually we saw in stores. So we have Fresh Start, Lothcat and Mouse. That one's a cute one. So these are our commons, by the way, the blue down there. Assail, it's our uncommon, Trench Run, and our rare is Experimental Booster, and you will see that the art on the die and the number matches the art on the card. So it's a very cool one. I do really like Star Wars Destiny, as I've said. I will be trying to fill out some of the sets that I have close to completion, and I do have more covert missions. I just decided to open 1 pack for this, and then I have stacks of it in a bag somewhere, just waiting to be opened. So maybe I'll do a video opening some more covert missions, and hey, maybe we'll do some more videos showing off some complete sets. I didn't really talk too much about this game. I just wanted to get that pack open. But yeah, it's a very cool game. It's a shame that it died out. It was one of Fantasy Flight's few actual trading card games as opposed to the living card games, and it's a good one. I liked it. Alright, another thing from my Hills Gaming Black Friday order, the Star Wars Pocket Model TCG. Now there's going to be a lot going on in here. We get 6 game cards, between 4 and 8 models, there's some dice, there's all sorts. So the intention with this is you're going to get, you'll see it in a moment, but it's a pack where you pop out the pieces, you build up your little ship, and you play with that. Obviously I'm not going to be building the ships because it takes way too long and it makes it a lot harder to store them. So let's see what we get. I don't really know what to expect from the inside of these. I've seen some of the ships, you know, the starter decks that I bought have some ships built up in the top, but other than that, oh, wow, what on earth? Right, so this is a thing of game rules. There's like a full rule book, basically, in each pack, okay. our 6 cards are here. So we have an Ewok Squad. That's an uncommon. It says it on there. Anti-Vehicle Barrage is an uncommon. Ooh, foil Darth Vader. Alright, I don't care what the game is or what rarities are. I will take a foil Darth Vader. We have a Rebel Stand, which is a common. Hoth Rebel Troopers. And Blast the Droids. And then we have our 2 of the tiniest dice you've ever seen. And then... I don't know, I kind of want to... Yeah, let's open this and we'll... get our models out. Again, I'm not taking them off the cards, but... So this must be card number 1. So it's 0, 1, A, B, C, and D. I don't know if these have rarities or not. But it's Rogue Squadron Snow Speeders and Echo 4 Tauntaun Raiders and Echo 8 Tauntaun Riders. And then this is number 26, which is a Rebel Infiltrator and Chewbacca's AT-ST. Okay. So they look cool. I don't know how I'm going to store these, but they do look cool. And a foil Darth Vader. I'll never turn down a foil Darth Vader. Alright, we've made it through the Star Trek Star Wars portion of the video and come out the other side, but I guess, spoiler, it will not be the last Star Wars TCG we see. There is one more coming later. But for now, we're on the Teen Titans collectible card game. So this is Teen Titans Go, Booster Series 1. There were 2 sets of this game. The second one is a lot rarer than this one. This one's fairly easy to pick up, which is nice. So... we have got 9 cards, 5 commons, 3 uncommons, and a rare, and 1 parallel character holographic card randomly inserted, 1 in 1 packs. So I don't know if that means there's a full, 120 card parallel set. We'll see. So we have Rage. I'm guessing this is going to be the rarity at the bottom there. We have this C, so... and Terror. Energy Cannon, Puppet King, Flight of Darkness, Cyborg. Oh, well, there's our rare. This is Terror. Haven't you guys ever seen a superhero before? And then these must be our uncommons. Gizmo, Hive Academy, and Jinx. I could have sworn that said 1 in 1 packs. 1 parallel character holographic card randomly inserted, 1 in 1 pack. So that should mean there's 1 in every pack, right? Have I just missed a foil card? Oh, I totally did. Yep, I definitely did just miss a foil card there. The Cyborg was foil. Alright, so that is sweet. So I actually don't know if that means that he is just the regular... who knows, maybe all of the cards that have the CHs are what can be foil. Potentially, that seems to be what it's like. Okay, well, we'll accept that for now, and in the future, if I buy some booster boxes of this Teen Titans game, we will figure it out. Figure it out more. Back to 1995 now for Tempest of the Gods, and, if you're picking up on the signals and the dates, generally things that were released around the 94 to 96 mark don't do too well, and never have 2 stickers told so much of a story. Started off at $2.99 down to 50 cents a pack. We got When Light and Darkness Clash, Only Chaos Stands to Profit. Published by Black Dragon Press. It's a 270 card set. It had expansions planned, but they were cancelled. So, let's see. Let's see what these look like. I mean, obviously, we can't be expecting numbering and rarity mark. That's not from 1995. We have Arcanum Brotherhood. Alms Priest. Druine. Dolphin. These cards are sticky. I don't like these. Disenchantment. Death Mask. Deathly Corpse. Shadow Spirits. Shadow Cat, Ali's Blessing, Abor Mistress Knight, Wyverthoom, Cilandrel's Salvation, Lawmaster Follower, and Famine Miracle. So I'm assuming at least one of those was a rare card. Maybe it was this thing with the star, but that might be because it's a relic, or this had something else too. Yep, no rarity symbols. Very, very sticky cards. I don't like the card stock. You know, as for how they look, it's fine. I can see why it didn't really catch on and why it was not one of the standouts of the CCG boom. Cardstock is so important. Focus on cardstock. The Terminator from October 2000. So this game is actually compatible with the Aliens Predator game that we saw earlier. Which is weird, because, as I said, a certain gentleman did not want his likeness to appear on the cards in Aliens and Predator, and that's why they stopped. But he's here. Let's have a look at this. Let's see what's going on here. You know, I'm pretty sure there are commons, uncommons, rares, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to know what they are. 400 rounds and counting. Barren Wasteland. Multiple target acquisition. Your clothes. God dogs. Entropy. Heavy combat chassis unit. A collapsed ceiling. And a phone book. As I said, I'm sure one of those was a rare, but we'll have to consult some lists to find out what. They don't look too bad. It's pictures from Terminator. Terminator's a good movie. Okay, some Tomb Raider now. I think this was actually another card that was on the list when I had Laura pick out for that video, because I've been interested in this one in a while, and it looked pretty cool. So this is the first of, I think, 3 sets. It was released back in August of '99, and the cards that we're going to be hoping for, what are they called? Secret Moves. Ultra rare Secret Move cards. And all in all, this game has some pretty rare promo cards and stuff in it, which I think is what is drawing me to it. The fact that there's a few sets which you can put together, complete, will look nice, and then some cool stuff to try and find later. So it's TNT, so we have numbering, I try to say numbering and numbers together there. So we have numbering on the side here, but we don't have any sort of rarity symbol, I don't believe. Rope. Oh, and also all of the numbers for future sets, I think just carry straight on from these. Combat knife. Natla's sniper. Concentration. Coordinated fire. Natla's thug. And finally, drive out. Then probably a rare in there somewhere. I think so actually it goes this set's numbering, then the promos for the set, then the next set's numbering, and the promos for that set, I think is the way it works. But it does all have one continuous number system, I do believe. And hopefully, if I do get to open some more of it in the future, I'll find out properly. Hey look, it's another game printed in 1995. Do we think it did well? So this game is Towers in Time. Apparently the cards are a confusing mixture of symbols that aren't fully explained anywhere, because no Towers in Time product actually came with rules. To get rules, you had to phone up the company and they would give you the rules over the phone. And they didn't even set up a free phone line, so you had to pay for the privilege of getting the rules. They did eventually then have the rules printed in Scry magazine. Unsurprisingly, this was a one-and-done set. But let's see just how confusing and ridiculous the cards look. I will say, imagine you are opening this for the first time, and there are no rules anywhere. Well, I guess at least we can't say this one has too many symbols on it. It says wind. There's a number 2 and a picture of some wind. Hey, but at least it has card numbering at the bottom. Oh, there we go. Is that Mjorn Elemental? a 2 in a circle, a 2 in a rectangle, a 1 in a hexagon, a 3 in a shield, a dragon, a weird line, a tree, and immune to earth elemental effects and +1 attack against all air elementals. Wow, yeah, that's a lot for not printing a rulebook. We have Raise Dead. You know, so the thing is, the effect is fairly simple. It brings back a creature from the discard with temper now 0, but what's temper? We don't know what temper is. We don't know what this 3 means. We don't know what any of these are. Barbarian Thralls. Valley of Fire. That one again just doesn't have very much on it. Wall of Fire. That has a lot on it. Wow. Mjorn Elemental. And Lake. I can see why it didn't catch on. I can definitely see why this one is one and done. I mean, I can't imagine this is expensive. I don't remember how much I paid for that booster pack, but I don't think it was much. I can't imagine it would be a lot to put a set together of this just for the sheer hilarity of how bad it is. That's a bad one. It's pack number 85. And we are on to the last game that I had to store elsewhere from the other packs because it has something jumbo and ridiculous in it. This is Wizards of the Coast Transformers. So I've only actually opened the first set where you get a large Transformer and then some regular battle cards. This apparently has a large foil and a small foil Transformers card in it. This is another thing where I was talking about it where, you know, I have to really like these games in order to go for full sets or anything because of the extra, you know, difficult bit to it. What's this? Chance of a super rare large Transformer, 1 in 50 packs. Chance of an uncommon small Transformer. What? 1 in 3 packs. So only the large ones can be super rare and the small ones can be uncommon? I guess. I'm not going to collect full sets of Transformers. I just don't like it enough. I opened a few packs of the first set. I think I opened just a handful of packs. The first set I might go for because I opened both Ultra Rares just on buying a handful of loose packs. So, depending on how much the rares cost, I might actually go for those because that will be easier. Right, what have we got here then? Advertisements. Advertisements, advertisements. Buy our toys. Yep. So this is our small... it says Raider Blackjack. All the Transformers are double-sided. So, and our large one is Captain Astro Train. And they have... oh, it has a fold in it because that's what they started doing in these sets now is... oh, it's already folded. I'm just like slightly flexing the foil. I haven't bent that. That's just how it comes. Captain Astro Train. Okay. So this is T01 of T52, and this is T29. So are these in the same numbering system? Because that would be awkward as all hell if they are. I guess they are. I guess that's a thing. And then what's this? Does it give you another? Yep, more advertisements. Buy our comics. Buy Transformers merchandise. I will not. Showing off. This is a common. Reprocess. War of Attrition. Battlefield Incursion. Swerve. And the rare is Valuable Contract. For pretty much all of Transformers, there is no value in any of the battle cards. All value lies in these guys, in the Transformers themselves. So I don't know if I got a rare one or not. Well, I didn't get a rare one. I don't know if I got one that held any value, but probably not, because I think the C means they're common. I don't care. I might never open Transformers again, other than the few packs that I already just have sitting over there in a drawer somewhere. Street Fighter from the Universal Fighting System. Universal Fighting System is the thing that just got reimagined as Universes, if you remember from the My Hero Academia pack that we opened earlier in the video. So this one is actually just a couple of years old, I think from 2017. So this booster pack contains 10 Street Fighter CCG cards, which are 100% compatible with the entire range of UFS collectible card games. So I think they have ultra rares and stuff similar to the Universes set, but they don't have all of the extras and secrets and stuff. It just goes up to ultra rare. So that's kind of what we're hoping for if we're going to get something. Right, what have we got? We have a vertical rolling attack. You can see it still have all the same information. Street Fighter, SF01, so first Street Fighter set, I imagine. Uncommon, 23 of 189, and it says first. I don't know if that means first edition, because there's nothing on the actual booster to say that it's first edition. But that might be what first means, or it might be, again, saying first Street Fighter set. Flashy fighting style, that's an uncommon again. My beautiful face is ruined. We hit an ultra rare. So with our universes and with our universal fighting system, both of them, we hit an ultra rare. Very nice. This is Mexican Typhoon. Sweet, okay. Then onto our commons, Master of the Fist, Shun Goku Satsu, Banishing Flat, Rolling Attack, Career Soldier, and Cage Fighter. Alright, so I am happy with that. Especially if it does turn out that this is some sort of first edition printing. That's very sweet. Another ultra rare. Cannot be unhappy with that. Alright. Ultimate Combat. Photo of two guys who were definitely not together when those photos were taken. The Explosive Martial Arts Trading Card Game. What year do you think this was printed in? Alright, so this is from May of 1995, and apparently it is almost just, it is a magic clone based around, you know, karate, kung fu, martial arts. But we're here to open packs. We're not here to open good packs necessarily, but we're here to open packs. Wow, this just actually is tearing like tinfoil. Could cook my dinner on those. I think this might be tinfoil. It might be tinfoil lined with plastic, but I think it's tinfoil. Right. We have Finger Lock. It's apparently a 2-2, and yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on that's the same as Magic. Why is every other card just backwards? Oh, that's just so unnecessary. Round Kick. Kai, maybe? I don't know how to say that. Belly Punch. Okay, well this has a golden embossed thing, so I'm gonna guess this is our rare. Psychic Nova. Adrenaline. Combination 0. A Gi Patch Owl. Or it's either Gi or G1. I don't know whether that's supposed to be a 1 or an I. Another one, I guess. Yamashita's Belt. Enduring Pain. Knife Hand Strike. Fall Prone. Speed 2. Cruise Control. Conditioning. I mean, you can see what happens when you don't, where you're just like, okay, I need to make a CCG tomorrow. We need to be making money off this. Oh, there was some shocking stuff came out in the mid to late 90s, wasn't there? Now it's time to do something you previously would have thought impossible. We're going to look at a card game that started in 1995 that isn't just garbage. This is Vampire: The Eternal Struggle, another Richard Garfield game. And as you can see, another Deckmaster game. So this is the base of Vampire: The Eternal Struggle, but Vampire: The Eternal Struggle actually started out as a different card game known as Jihad. They changed the name and kind of the thematics to vampires, I guess because it was more marketable. They were a bit worried about controversy around the name Jihad. And Vampire actually survived quite a while. It had a number of sets. It did then go on hiatus for a few years, but then came back. So, it is obviously another Wizards of the Coast game. So hopefully that... I was going to say hopefully that means rarity symbols, but not in 1995. Alright. What have we got? We have Infernal Pursuit. Fame. Game of Malkav, Zach North, Jatane St. Clair, Sabine Lafitte, Timothy Crowley, Shattering Blow, Acrobatics, Telepathic Misdirection, Mighty Grapple, Hog, a laptop computer. Oh, if anything dated this game back to 1995, it's that drawing of a laptop. Aid from Bats, Hellhound, Wake with Evening's Freshness, Protracted Investment. I didn't say I was opening this, but this actually has 19 cards in the pack. It's one of the bigger booster packs. Blood Doll, and finally, Dominate. So it does look kind of cool, you know. A lot of the artwork is really nice. There's a lot of if you look at the illustrators' names, you'll notice a lot of people who did a lot of early Magic artwork too. They were all working in the same place. Quentin Hoover there, obviously very, very famous, well-respected Magic artist of his time. Yep, I think I will probably get some more Vampire in the future. I think it's cool. Versus System. Versus System, Versus System, Versus System. You've probably heard of this one. This is a card game that kind of alternated between a Marvel set and a DC set. Allowed each company to basically produce its own set, but had them be fully compatible so you could play them against each other. This is the X-Men set. As you can see here, 1 foil card per pack. If we look back here, set has 810 commons, 55 uncommons, and 55 rares. So 1 rare in every pack. And the foil is just a full foil parallel set. So I guess what we'd be hoping for is we're hoping that that foil is going to be a rare. Alright, now the big question is, can we tell what's the rare? MXM001 is what this says. This is Archangel, so I don't know if that's... MXM must just be the name of the set, Marvel X-Men. So yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to tell the rarities on the cards. Right. Archangel. Image Inducer. X-Men United. That's a cool looking card. Storm, Gold Leader. Wundagore Citadel. Well, there's our foil. It is Eminent Domain. But I say that could just be any card in the set. Gambit. Stonewall. Gambit again. And it's the same number and everything, and one of them isn't foil, so... Bevatron. Sunder. Immovable. Havoc. And Raising Hell. So we got our foil, like we knew we would. There's going to be a rare in there somewhere. Somehow we got 2 Gambits, which, guessing collation issue, not something you want with your game. But I do like Versus System. I think I'll be opening more of it at some point in the future. I do really like it. Warhammer Age of Sigmar Champions, the Onslaught set. So this is a fairly recent game, just a couple of years old, and these are augmented reality cards. So they can be scanned into an online game, and they will appear there. And the online game is kind of what killed this. So, the way I've heard the story is that for the first few sets, including this one, they had to errata a couple of cards online, and they didn't like the idea of the physical cards and the online cards doing different things. So what they decided to do for an upcoming set was release the cards online, let people play with them for a couple of months, do any erratas that they needed to, and then print the set in paper. Which went about as well as you would expect, in that people were sick of the set and no one wanted to buy it in paper. And I believe that is what finally killed off the game. But it was chugging along, it was doing okay for a little while there. You know, I think Jeff Hoogland was really into it when it first came out. And I do appreciate Jeff, I like his content. So, with set numberings, we have I believe that's going to be a common. I don't know what the O2 is for, but... Oh, that was Stand Together, by the way. Twisted Skull Cannon. Fuel the Gravetide. Fireball. Magebane Hex. Fiery Collapse. Flesh to Stone. Cursed Glaive Acolyte. Thundering Concussor. Wild Alapex Riders. Oh, this one is our rare. Okay. Cleansing Brooch. This is back to being common. Ishran Tidecaster. And then we have a foil common, which is Fireball. So the foil is, again, it's just a parallel set in foil with one in every pack. These kind of have textured backs as well. I think it was Eye of Judgement I mentioned has the textured backs. Maybe it's just something to do with when you have to scan cards into a game. They give them some texture on the back. But I do quite like these. I think I would have maybe ended up buying some if it was still going. I don't know how much of it I'll actually go for now, but I do appreciate it. I do like how it looks. But I would never touch the online game, though. That's just definitely not for me. Alright, we're back to Decipher again. And this is the Wars trading card game. So Wars came out after they lost the license for Star Wars games to Wizards of the Coast. And Wars basically reuses all of the mechanics and everything from their Star Wars CCG. Now, sadly, it was nowhere near as big of a hit as the Star Wars CCG. One, because, you know, players react to Star Wars. People like Star Wars. They don't like this, you know, unbranded space stuff as much. And also, people who had already invested in the Star Wars CCG didn't like the idea of having to just fully start their collection over again, when they would rather just keep playing with the Star Wars cards that they already owned. So sadly, Wars only lasted a couple of sets. Now, I do have an absolute ton of Wars in booster boxes that I am going to be doing a video on for the channel at some point. But, again, a pack for this video so we get an idea of what's going on. Alright, let's just jump into it. Alright, we've got our standard Decipher stuff. We have set number, we have rarity, and we have number within the set. So, Gorget Cannon, a Technician, Ikazuchi Technician, Indomitable Will, Ganymede / Captured Refinery, Ganymede / Orbital Expanse, Patch Job, Widowmaker, Encroaching Hecatomb. Ooh, this is our rare, so this is Hanya. And uncommons, Zang Hot Rod, Ranger Watchman, Belt / Pilgrim's Holdings, another common again, Orc Almbic, more commons, Key Keeper, and finally Ravagers. So it looks cool. Like I said, I have a lot of this ready to open and ready to go, so you'll be seeing that video at some point in the near future. But I promise I will get the Mega Man one done first. Please don't kill me, Mega Man fans. Weiss Schwartz. It's another one of those ones, kind of like Cardfight and stuff like that, where I hear a ton about it, but it's not something I've ever really looked into myself. But this is Fate, Stay the Night, the movie, Volume 2, Heaven's Feel. I don't know what order you're supposed to read those words in, but that's this set. It's a fairly recent set, just July of last year. And what are we looking for? Total 100 types plus 33 types parallel. So there's Secret, Special, Triple Rare, Super Rare, Double Rare, Rare, Common, Uncommon, Climax Rare, and Climax Common. So let's see what any of that is. I feel like the Vanguard might have actually had a similar rarity system, because we did pull one that said RRR, I think. Anyway, what have we got here? Where is the rarity on this? It must be somewhere, right? Is it that CH? Okay, I think it's the C after the EO34. So I think the O34 is the number within the set, and then the C is the rarity. That would make sense. Intruding Rider was that card. Simple Question, Ilya. Assault Rider. Harsh Words, Rin. We're now onto our uncommons. This is Top Mage Caster. Using All Her Strength, Saber. Our rare is Battle in the Rain, Rin, and that is a foil. It's got a nice sparkle over everything apart from the picture. And then this is a common... Is it common? Climax common. Rule Breaker. Alright. So I don't know how much rarer the Climax commons are than regular commons. Maybe there is just a Climax slot and there is more chance of getting commons there than the rares. I don't know. But anyway, we got a nice foil. Alright, a Upper Deck October 2000 release. Wizard in Training. So rumour has it that what went on with this one is that Upper Deck had been designing a game in case they won the rights to produce Harry Potter as a trading card game. Obviously they lost that to Wizards of the Coast. We've already seen the Harry Potter game earlier in this video. But they already had a Wizard-based game and they didn't want to waste it. So here we have Wizard in Training. Apparently this actually was quite popular for a while because it took Wizards of the Coast nearly another year to get their Harry Potter game out. So when people wanted a Wizard card game when Harry Potter Mania was at its height, they went to Wizard in Training. And then the Harry Potter one came out and this one just bottomed out. Apparently we have to look out for holofoil advanced Wizard insert cards. So 90 regular cards, 6 main characters, 20... Can I please peel this back? There we go. 6 main characters, 23 duels, 22 wizards, 39 wizard items, or 20 wizard spells, sorry. Inserts, 12 advanced duel characters, 1 every 4 packs, 12 advanced wizard items, 1 every 8 packs, and 6 advanced wizard spell cards, 1 in every 23 packs. So that's what we'd like to see, is that 1 in every 23 packs, but let's see what we get. And apparently this is first edition. I don't know if they ever then did a unlimited print run. The pack certainly doesn't say first edition anywhere. Anyway, this is a Satyr. I don't know whether it's common or what. Doesn't say. Immaterial. A leather jerkin. A lute. Bow and arrows. Destiny cards. A sword. A bugbear. Ooh. And a mystic ore. So one of those will have been a rare. I don't think we got an insert. I think the inserts are foil. So one of those will be in a rare. And hey, maybe I'll get some more of those in future. I'm very medium on that game, how that looked. World of Warcraft. Still one of my most popular videos on this channel is the one video I did looking at a World of Warcraft set. So obviously World of Warcraft TCG was the physical card game that they did before they switched to Hearthstone. Heroes of Azeroth here, this is the very first set released. What we're looking for is we're looking for loot cards. Now, in later sets, loot cards weren't that rare. There were 3 rarities of loot cards, and the smallest one was about 1 in 11 packs, so you got a couple per box. But I believe in these sets, even the most common loot was about 1 in 100 packs. So a loot would be nice, but I doubt we're going to get it. Of course, Saltwater Snapjaw, the top level of loot card, would be the absolute pinnacle. That would be what we'd love to see. But there's, like, what, a 0.2% chance or something. Loot cards, of course, have the scratch-off code that lets you put the code in online to redeem your mount, or whatever it is. And the loot cards being unused really, really changes the value. Alright, we have an Into the Fray. So I believe so we have the set numbering here, but then I believe the colour of this changes depending on the rarity. I just don't remember the colours. But we'll see. Katali Stone Tusk. Stylian Silver Steel. I'm guessing these are the commons. The Defias Brotherhood, Kulan Earthguard, some UDE Ninja Points, Disdemona, so this is now in green, so I think that means potentially the rare. Thrashblade. Oh, well that... Okay, so that one was green, this one is blue, that one is green, and we have some more greens coming up, so maybe this is the rare, and then the greens are the uncommon, so maybe Thrashblade is our rare. Hide of the Wild, Eye of Rend, Earthbind Totem, and then we're back to whites, probably some more commons again. Torex Assault, Shattering Blow, Core Cindervein, Frost Shock, and Kagra of the Crossroads. Well, I mean, we can't expect loot every time. Decent pack, decent game. I do like the World of Warcraft game. I've been saying for ages to Laura. I've been telling her loads of times I need to make more World of Warcraft content. So before filming this video, I laid out all of these 100 packs and sent a picture to a friend of mine saying, this is what's happening. First thing he said was, any WWE Raw deal in there? I said, yeah. And he looked at the picture and said, oh, Revolution 2. You're in for something swingy. So this was one of the last sets released for the game, and I found out the reason the pack was so cheap compared to a lot of the others is a lot of the people who still play this game actually don't consider the set to be, you know, canon or legal. They just won't use it because it makes some pretty significant changes to mechanics. And apparently most of the cards are worthless apart from some foils. So let's hope we hit a foil, I suppose. But that's definitely, I like learning that. That's a good thing to know. It's a nice, interesting little story. Alright, so we do have set numbers, and we have the set name. Don't think we have anything that says the rarity of the card. That's okay. But requirement overturned. Is that the name of the card? Requirement overturned? Maybe. Or overexposure, that might be the name of the card. I hate when some cards are upside down. Microphone cord. Caught in the ropes. Windmill punch. Hammerlock. Critical injury. Chop to the chest. Scoop slam. Instinctive reflexes. Arm grapevine. And sidewalk slam. So sadly, no foil there, which is what I was told to look out for. But oh well, it was interesting to hear why people hate this set, I guess. Find out why it was so cheap compared to all of the other packs from this game. Right, we just have 5 packs to go now. 5 games to go, I should say. Well, we have Wyvern here. And what I'll say is, it did alright for a 1995 release. It went with the quite strong idea of what do people like? People like dragons. Let's put dragons on things. This is limited edition. First set. I believe it lasted a few sets at least, which is good. So here we have Dragon. Dragon. I'm guessing these are the rarity symbols down the bottom. We have just a black dot. That might mean common. Dragon. Dragon. Action. Dragon. That's kind of cool. Oh, that's the dragon from the pack. That's a nice one to pull. Pulled the dragon from the pack. The black dot might not be rarity. The black dot might just be the set. Because it feels like that should be rare. The fact that he's the pack art. Terrain. Treasure. Ooh. Cauldron. The terrain had coral reef. The dragons... Do the dragons have names? Oh, they do! Ha! I was looking totally at the wrong things. The terrain is coral reef. This dragon is Wyvern. Action is Town. This dragon is Bride Serpent. Mo-O. And Shan. So the top right is where I need to be looking for the names. That's unintuitive compared to every other card game. Cauldron. Golden Apples. This makes more sense. Tsunami. Pirindal's Tree. Magical Healing. Night. Village. River. And Crystal Ball. So some of the artwork is quite good on this, especially for a 1995 What Are We Gonna Do game. I especially like that we got the pack artwork Wyvern. That is cool. That's a nice one to pull for the game, or for this video, at least. I like that. Alright, we're making a final stop to the back catalogue of Wizards of the Coast now, with the X-Men trading card game. So this was released just after the first movie. So the artwork on the cards, I believe, is all comic book artwork, but there were some promotional cards which had characters from the movie, and I think the promotional cards are very, very hard to get. This is first edition. Now there is actually a change from the first edition to the Unlimited print run, in that the Unlimited print run actually added 11 extra cards onto the end of the set. So I'm guessing that does mean that these have, you know, the first edition stamp on the cards, like the Looney Tunes one did. But let's find out. Ooh, good start, yeah. So they do have the first edition stamp, and we have a foil Magneto right out the pack. Oh, very nice. I like that. We have a come out wherever you are. So the Magneto must be... Is he ultra rare? Or is he just rarer than... Maybe the foils are rarer than rare, because that's not just their standard rare symbol. Alright, come out wherever you are. These are the uncommons. Brain Drain. Out of Control. And then these are the commons. Firefight. Agility Trail. First Aid. All or Nothing Battle. Face Off. Surprise Assault. And Showdown. Alright, so we definitely did well there with that foil Magneto. Very nice pull. Very nice way to end off our Wizards of the Coast section. And just as we have said farewell to Wizards of the Coast, we must now say farewell for this video to Decipher with Young Jedi. Also saying goodbye to Star Wars 2. This is the Menace of Darth Maul set. So Young Jedi was kind of a game based at a much younger audience. It was released just after Phantom Menace, when they were trying to capture, you know, the child audience who had just learned about Star Wars for the first time. So, 11 cards, 1 rare, 3 uncommon, 7 common. Refractor cards are placed randomly in 1 in every 99 cards. That means 1 in every 9 packs is going to have a foil. It actually mentions the first 3 sets on the packaging. Menace of Darth Maul, the Jedi Council, and Battle of Naboo. I believe there were some more sets after this. It did prove quite popular, and this game did keep going right up until they lost the license. I think that was a couple of years, because I think they lost the license maybe 2001. This came out in 99. So it did alright. Wasn't as popular as their main Star Wars TCG, but I think it's still more popular than Jedi Knights. Alright, what we got? Oh, interesting. So we have a 70 here, which I'm assuming is the set number. And then, is this the rarity? The 3-pointed star? Well, there's a Republic Cruiser, a Tusken Raider, a Jawa, a Battle Droid Officer, a Jawa Ion Blaster. I'm assuming this is the rarity. I'm assuming it works like the Beyblade, where we have the 3, 4, and 5-pointed stars for common, uncommon, and rare. Sith Probe Droid, Gungan Guard. Oh, and our rare is Mace Windu, Jedi Master. Very nice one. And then our uncommons, Naboo Officer, Gasgano, and We're Not in Trouble Yet. So I do like Young Jedi, and I do like Decipher, so I can't imagine that it's going to be the last Young Jedi you see on this channel. I imagine there will be more at some point. Finally, an anime I've seen at least some of. This is Yu Yu Hakusho Ghost Files, the TCG. I've seen the first couple of dozen episodes, I think. I do need to sit down and actually watch the whole thing. This is Dark Tournament. So this was the second set. The the game was actually only released for a couple of years, but it has still built up a pretty solid following for both collectors and players. I think because there are a lot of different rarities and stuff, it really attracts collectors. There's a lot to track down from the game. I think from the set, what are we looking for? It's legendary and ultra rares, I think, are the top tier rarities. I don't think it actually says this on the pack. No, it just says if you live in Canada, you have to solve a maths problem to apply for something. Alright, what's this? We've got a bit of a puzzle card here, it looks like, again. New things to know, and then a bit of a puzzle, as we've seen with some other games. Alright, so, let's take this all in. Do we have set numbers anywhere? Does not look like we do. Oh, C59. Haha, I was hiding over there. I was not expecting to check the middle of the card. So common, number 59. Great, we know things. And that is Murugu the Pestering. We have Entrapment. Karasu Mad Bomber. Seru Cold-Hearted. Spirit Sphere. Outnumbered. Sunglasses. Death Tree. Our rare is Surprise Attack. And another rare, Empowered Emotions, because it did say there was at least 2 rares in every pack. So nothing special, just our 2 standard rares there and a big bunch of commons. But I do like Yu Yu Hakusho, and said I'm going to sit down and try and watch the whole anime. Maybe once I've done that, we'll buy some more packs. Maybe we'll open some different sets. Maybe we'll pick up some rare cards, you never know. And here it is. The final pack. I was going to say pack number 100, but real pack number 100. Technically pack number 101 because of that dumb fake. This is Toon Chaos from Yu-Gi-Oh! So this was a very popular set when it came out a couple of years ago because of the introduction of collector rares. So, entire set has 35 rare cards, 15 super rare cards, 10 ultra rare cards, and 15 cards also available as collector rares. Now I'm going to level with you, I don't know how to tell a collector rare from anything else. So, we're going to open it, we're going to see what's going on here, and then you can all yell at me in the comments if I pull a collector rare and don't acknowledge it. Final pack. We have Elemental Hero, Solid Soldier. So I'm guessing TOCH, that's just Toon Chaos. EN040, that's the card number. Psy Frame Gear Gamma. Gemini Ablation. Frightful Meister. This card's got a lot going on, but in Yu-Gi-Oh! That could mean anything. Masked Hero Goka. Chaos Zone. And the final card of the video, Sangan. Alright, so that was the final pack.
Well, that was something. Thank you guys all so much for making this possible. By subscribing, by supporting the channel, just by being great people. I never thought I would actually get around to doing this, but I am so happy that I had the opportunity to do so. It was a lot of fun. Learned a lot. Hopefully you guys saw some card games that, you hadn't seen before. Maybe you'll start trying to collect some of them. I'm not going to ramble on for too much longer, it's been a long video already. So I'll just say again, thank you guys so much. Be sure to follow me for some more amazing content in the future, hopefully. Patreon link is in the description if you want to support the channel. And I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching. Check out some more videos right here.
And don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content from DJ Gigabyte.
Gotta catch 'em all!